Hello, everyone! Welcome to
Hello.
Apochromatic Unlimited presents Harlem Renaissance Forever, this year's Black History Month TTRPG fundraiser. We are your very first table. Extremely happy and honored to be kicking off this beautiful event. This year, we're raising funds on Tiltify for the Lavender Rights Project. The Lavender Rights Project is a Black trans feminist organization committed to dismantling oppressive systems that disproportionately harm Black communities. Huge thanks and shout out to this year's sponsors, Transplanar RPG, Frivolous Bear Studios, and Thought Crimes Games. Check all of those fantastic creators out, please. Transplanar is a queer and POC and trans-led podcast slash AP that is absolutely outstanding. Frivolous Bear makes fantastic games, and so does Thought Crimes. Shout out to Quinn Murphy, the owner, Black-owned, run company. Very, very hot, very awesome. I would like to go around and introduce our cast. Today we are playing Flabbergasted. It is called the Harlem Hustle. I'm going to go in the order on my screen. First up, we've got Garnet.
Allow me to unmute myself. Hi, everyone. I am Garnet. I will be playing Marigold Tempest, who will be the dresser for everyone today when we are out and doing wonderful things.
Beautiful. What are her pronouns? Excuse me, what are their pronouns?
Uh, Marigold's pronouns are she, her.
She, her. Cool. Awesome. Next up, we have Lola.
Hi, I'm Lola, and I will be playing Jewel. And Jewel's pronouns are they, them. Jewel is a visual artist and is always reading and always creating. Unless you distract them.
Outstanding. Next up, we have Lando.
Hi, I'm Lando. I'm playing Virgil Ruse. Her pronouns are she, they. She is a little rich, spoiled kid, obsessed with painting. Nothing else matters in life but painting.
I mean, I don't think that she's wrong. Next up, we have Wally.
Sup, y'all? I'm Wally. I'll be playing Edwin. They are the staff, but specifically, they are a butler, a man of many, many, many talents.
Excellent. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Lily.
Hello, I am Lily, and I am playing Cece. That's the two letters, Cece. And my pronouns are they, she. Cece's pronouns are they, she. Cece is a performer. They have a stage show that's kind of a little bit magic, a little bit mysticism.
Excellent. That's absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited for everybody to meet your characters in game. Potential content warnings for anybody watching. This game is very silly. I don't know if y'all know anything about Flabbergasted. It is a deeply unserious game about hijinks in a 1920s Art Deco setting. Shout out to the Wanderer's Tome for creating this beautiful book. Our content warnings include 1920s socioeconomic landscape. So there is racism in the world. We will not be encountering any of that racism in this game, but people's circumstances, right? The need for a social club that's all Black, all of those things are necessitated by the socioeconomic landscape of the time. We've got capitalism because it's everywhere, the BBEG, hijinks, tarot / the occult, competition, smoking, drinking, car racing, cussing, and audacity. Without further ado, let's get into it. We open on a New York City street corner. The moon on the rise as the hustle and bustle of Harlem picks up for the night. Working folks hurry home, eager to get to the warm embrace of their families and begin their evening rituals, while shopkeepers put their closed signs out, eager to tend to the till and head home. We follow their feet along the street to flats, apartments, projects, and brownstones. But as we hover over Harlem, we see another type of person coming out to play. Wealthy socialites steal out from under cover of darkness, dressed down in flapper dresses and cloche hats. Valets lose their liveries in favor of flared lapels and Murray's dressing-coated kinks and coils, black waves rippling in the lamplight. All kinds of people, beautifully Black, descend upon the talented 10th, the little gold door at the back of an alley off 125th Street. The building is very plain as you approach it, unassuming, meant to not draw attention. But as the door opens, you hear the raucous laughter of the Black excellence inside. Everyone, please go around and introduce your character. You've already given us their pronouns. Let us know again what archetype they are and what's drawn them to the social club. Like, where can we find you on this bustling Friday evening? Let's go in the same order as before. So, Garnet first.
Okay, so Tempest is currently in the ladies' room, making sure that everything, every piece of what she's wearing is absolutely perfect. Um, Currently, she's got one of those like turbans on that has like a dragonfly rhinestone embroider, like a brooch on it. And just the tail end is about like the middle of her forehead, and it's all very sparkly, and it's this pretty like deep gold color. Going down from the top, since we're just going to describe everything, adorning her neck is a soft, simple, like gold chain with a uh, jade um, gemstone just kind of resting on it. Her outfit is she's wearing a silk green duster to for the gold to accent the green duster, and a pantsuit that is black, because the colors that she's wearing are the important piece, not what's underneath. But pants are flared just enough, with an appropriate heel. And she's just touching up her makeup and making sure that everything is flowing properly. She did, in fact, finish making this outfit earlier today. So she's just sort of testing it out before she starts making more of them, because she knows other people are going to want them.
You hear the sound of a toilet flush, and out of the room comes an absolutely stunning patron of this bar. You've seen her around a few times, and she just kind of silently looks you up and down and crosses her arms for a second and studies you. And as you kind of hold her gaze, she snaps her finger, and out comes a little business card, and she hands it to you. She's a countess. She doesn't say much other than, which, as you know, is like the most affirming thing someone can really give you when you look snatched.
Oh
And
yes.
she vacates the premises. Her
After she
valet holds the door for you.
Lovely. So I'm gonna take a look at it, and then I'm gonna put it in my purse, and then I'm gonna just sort of run my fingers under the water real quick, and then head out.
Excellent. Next up, we have Lola. Lola, where are you in this room? What is Juan up to?
Jean is sitting in a corner, somewhat. Um, there's a bit of an air of anxiety around them, but they are stealing themselves and trying to focus on painting. So you see them sitting like one leg crossed over their skirts, just gently draping the ground, so you can see the many layers that make up those skirts. And they're wearing a waistcoat and shirt underneath that they keep kind of adjusting and pushing around whilst they paint. And occasionally they'll look up and glance around, and he will add little details to it every time he looks back down.
I think there's a person sitting by the bar that is looking at you, and you
Mhm.
can feel their eyes on you. And as you kind of lock eyes with them, they sort of look away, but then look back at you. And you notice that they are sitting in a very uncomfortable position. Their back is kind of arched, like very straight, but also arched, and their chin is kind of up, and they start moving their head to the side. It is clear this person is under the impression that you are painting them. They are doing the best that they can to like remain as still as possible and making micro movements and looking over at you for approval.
Right. Oh, will John will look down at the painting, which is absolutely not them. Look up, glance up briefly, and how wealthy do they look?
They look fairly wealthy. This person I think you've heard is like a newspaper magnate. They come from a long line of black owned newspaper
Okay.
people.
Immediately, like,
Mhm.
has just gently scrapped the previous painting and is now starting to paint them.
They do not take notice at all. If
Mhm.
anything, they just move like a fraction of an inch to the left to give you just like a slightly different angle,
Oh
and like
yeah.
you can see the stubble kind of gracing the jaw, this beautifully sharp jawline on this person as they kind of make eye contact with you again and try to look as astute as possible.
Yeah. With that now kind of observation and eye contact, I think John will straighten up and smile and nod approvingly and make a bigger show of yes, I'm painting you because you are fabulous.
Yeah, the satisfaction washes across their face. You can see a little glow start to appear. It is unclear if you have just been conned or if you are doing the conning. Next up, we have Lando. Where is Virgil right now? And what is she up to?
Rilla's moment, I think, is actually sitting close to John.
Okay.
As mommy wouldn't let me bring my art supplies today, I had to be professional.
Mm,
As she's dressed in this clearly outdated dress in a, I'm gonna be a bit of a nerd, so don't mind me, and a S silhouette dress,
mm,
very straight cut and very restrictive, in leatherette T-strap heels.
mm-hmm,
Like I said, a bit of a nerd. And a deep like burnt rouge color.
mm-hmm.
As you're just sitting there, very slumped, very bored. As you begin to like start painting him, go, "Oh, I like the other one better."
Would you John will look over and then take the watercolors off their chatelaine and proffer them to you. I have a
She
little watercolor set that's attached to the chatelaine across at my hip.
love that. She like takes it without saying anything else, and like a child turns fully to the table, and she's like, "I'm drawing now. That nothing else matters. She's painting." Yeah.
Hmm.
A little
Yes.
glass of water just appears out of nowhere next to your table that's like in a little dish for you to clean your brushes off with. You don't have to ask for it. It just is like you look up and there it is, and you see some the tails of someone as she's walking away clearly has seen that you want to be artistic. This club is absolutely meant for this kind of thing, and no one really ever has to ask for the items that they need. Wally, where is Edwin right now?
Um, Edwin is currently in the kitchen,
Mhm.
pretty much talking to the staff there. Like they're all the staff are lined up in a row, like perfectly attended. And you see Edwin is this gentleman who is very tall, very built like a soldier build. Like he has been through combat and everything, but it looks like all of that muscle and everything was stuffed into a butler's uniform. He has a little monocle on his face. He has a very chiseled chin that is has a little bit of that his mustache has a little bit of salt and pepper to it. And he has his clothes are immaculate. There is nothing out of place on his outfit, and he is talking to the staff like, "Tonight is opening night. We have a duty to do. Our duty is two things. One, we provide service and hospitality to everyone who comes through these doors. And two, we provide fucking smiles. Our job is to make fucking smiles for the people who come here. Do I make myself clear?"
Everyone looks at you and straightens up. There's one person who seems kind of distracted. They're kind of looking at the pattern and the tile on the floor, and you say again, "Am I fucking clear?" And you see someone nudge them like with their elbow, and they quickly straighten up. All of them look at you and give you big, gigantic, super feigned smiles, all teeth showing, just a brilliant, like crescent of white across each face. Like they're ready, they're waiting. Um, I think one person kind of comes behind you, your assistant, and just kind of adjusts ties, fixes vests, makes sure that pocket watch chains are like looking presentable and shined. Just somebody coming, and then she like sits at the end of the line herself, also in uniform. And all of them kind of nod, and then briskly start to leave the room. As you're in here alone, are you letting out a sigh of relief, or does Edwin still stay straight and narrow?
I think as soon as everyone leaves, except his assistant who's still there, he lets out a little bit of a sigh of relaxation and then looks over at her. I didn't smile, did I?
You did not. But you know what? That's okay. That is okay because you are steering this ship, and the captain can't always smile with wind in his face.
No, they told me that I come off as scary. I come off as intimidating to the staff, so I'm trying very hard to work on that and be more jovial with everyone who comes through these doors. I have practiced a joke.
You have?
Yes,
Oh, well, yes, please lay it on me, sir.
I. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road? Does it have to do with feathers? I don't know.
He like looks at when she says that, he looks at her like, yes. Like she gave away the joke before he could say
Oh,
it.
sir, that is much more jovial than last time.
Yes, it was. The punchline for this one was, why did the chicken cross the road? Because its feathers were on the other side.
It was
Then I would
nude.
proceed to laugh like this. And everyone would join in.
She
He
looks at
comes
you.
off as so scary when he laughs.
She looks at you like dead-eyed and goes, ha 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 ha. That's good. That's
Yes.
very good.
Yes,
Okay.
now.
Well, you
Get
know
the
what? I think we're doing very good work to be more jovial. I feel like, people were maybe, I don't know, 20% less scared today.
I can put that up to 25%.
Okay, okay. All right. She rushes away and like starts scribbling down notes, trying to look around for ways to make things a little bit more jovial and less terrifying.
Like he's like talking to himself like, I will make this 25% more jovial. You know, like he does that anime thing where like his entire face is shadowed out, and you see that monocle glowing brightly as he's like clenching his hand, all intimidating, looking at it like, I will make it 25% more jovial.
The camera lingers for a second and just slowly zooms in and then stops and then quick pan away, looking anywhere else in the club before it lands on Lily. Where is Cece right now? What are they up to?
Oh, Cece is leaning against the bar, kind of observing what is happening. They are dressed. Cece is tall. They're 6 foot.
Mm.
Deep, warm brown skin and eyes, and they are very observant, watching people as the club sort of fills up with audience, other people at the bar, and people being shown to tables. They have a like a very well worn, well used deck of tarot cards in their hand, and it kind of looks like they're just like idly like shuffling them. But every once in a while, they turn like a card up and look down at the card, and then look out at the customers and kind of get like a little smirk on their face.
I think the customer in front of you sees the smirk and looks at you, eyebrows raised. Is that good, or you have a smirk? Is that bad? Is it good?
Oh, well, it's temperance. And Cece like flips the card around so that they can see it. And they're like, it's good.
Oh, temperance. Temperance. Are you trying to tell me that I maybe am doing too much in life? Do I need to relax? Is that what it's saying? I don't. Temperance. Temperance.
I, I, that would depend on if you are doing too much in life.
Am I doing too much in life? She sits down. She takes off her gloves. Oh, I. I mean, I suppose this is what I pay you for, to challenge me with the tough questions. But do I do too much in life? You can see her hands are uncalloused, unbruised. her skin looks soft and supple. She is of a medium weight, showing that she has no problem. There's no scarcity in her life. Her clothes are made of finery. There is a $5 bill on the table next to you, which is in this time period a large amount of money. Do you think I should do less?
Well, it doesn't always have to be about your physicality. If you perhaps have more than you need financially, it would be nice if you spread around some of your extra cash. And this club here offers quite a wide variety of temptations.
Oh, you know what? You have a point. I should get them to name the next wing of the club after me. That's a wonderful idea. Oh my goodness. That's lovely. Thank you. She puts down another $5 bill and passes it over to you. This $10 kind of slides it like underneath where your tarot cards are. Thank you so much, sis. You're wonderful. This is lovely. Darling, we should double, no, triple it. Yes. 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 Oh, honey, no. You see like this beautiful and like handsomely dressed man in the back corner of the club at the bar kind of look over at her, and he's clearly like exaggeratedly signing a check and presents it to this beautiful trans masked man behind the bar that is there kind of working on a speech and looking very harried as he like looks at the check like, what the fuck is this for? And just tucks it into his pocket and keeps doing his work. Um, Inside of this club, all of you can see it is very nice in here. Um, this is a club that is a play on the talented 10th, so named as a cheeky acknowledgement of W.E.B. Du Bois' less than perfect theory on gaining equality and equity with whites through black innovation. Here, every single person who has something to offer is invited in, whether that is through membership or just as a one night kind of thing. It is a club that is exclusively black, but inexclusive for everyone within that protected category. The interior of the club is polished and upscale. There's rich leathers on inviting sofas, beautiful velvet chaises, plush burgundy carpet with charming fixtures and decor as far as the eye can see. There's a walnut and mahogany bar at the center of it, a beautiful stage with lights, all kinds of little nooks and areas where artists can go and kind of hole up if they want to, or sit and hold court with their friends and admirers. The dues of the club are actually meted out in a way that evens any economic disparity between social classes. Everyone is welcome here, and they mean that, which means that the people who are wealthy have a higher amount that they pay for membership than the people who are maybe middle class or potentially lower class. That way, everyone can live the way that they should and feel the way that they should. There are raffles each month on art supplies and like different kinds of like lecture series and just time in the club. A lot of people don't have the time. A lot of these artists, you all have to work, some of you, multiple jobs just to be able to create your art. And all of that is well respected within this institution. You see that harried gentleman, very handsome trans mask person, kind of walking up and clapping his hands, looking across and out at everyone. And a few of the attendees kind of come out and shoo everybody into place, helping you pick up your art supplies, or if you are fully set up, like Juan is, like having people like kind of moving the rest of you over into the little alcove where they're sitting so that all of you are together, and you see them working off of a little sheet that's clearly a seating chart of some kind. Um, each of you have been now seated according to the proposed teams that the induction committee has created. Um, and when you look across the room, on the person that you started to draw, this newspaper magnate, um, as they turn and face you fully on, and you see the other three people who bear a striking resemblance to him, despite also looking very different, you realize that he's a carver. The Carvers are a very interesting family. All four of them are siblings. You've got Georgie, Porgy, Kiki, and Simone. They all come from disparate backgrounds, but clearly share a dad, right? There's a full array of skin colors here, body types represented from very full figured and juicy to very frail and skinny. And all of them are staring over at you and every other group in here, snooty as anything. They are all very beautiful and or handsome, very good looking, very well kind of clean kept and clean cut. And they're all wearing matching deep navy blue suits. The president comes out and kind of claps his hands again. Everyone, excuse me. Excuse me, everyone. Can I have a moment, please? He has a wide-brimmed hat and his hair is perfectly coiffed underneath. Y'all know me, Charlie Latimer, president of the Talented 10 Social Club. It is officially time for open enrollment. Yes! A large part of our number have moved on. Louie, Billy, Nella, Ella, and more just migrated off to Europe to start up some expat chapters across the ocean. We need some new blood here, some new ideas. Big or small, doesn't matter. As long as the passion can keep our collective candles lit. Y'all know what it's about. Some of you are here because of this very intake in years past. The team that reels in the most impressive roster is going to win VIP status for a year, our coveted table. And he points over across the room, and you see up on a little platform in the back corner of the club. The lights are kind of on them. You can tell the lights are dimmable so that the people there can control how much exposure they get, whether you want all eyes on you or none at all. And there's a group that is fully not paying attention that are all partying all over there. They're having a great time. There's clearly like charades of some kind happening. They're off in their own world. They're not competing. They won last year. But he kind of beams over at them, looks very proudly before they kind of turn back to the rest of you. Again, remember, whoever reels in the most impressive roster gets VIP for a year, free drinks, free snacks, and a lifetime of bragging rights. With this, he holds up a golden plaque. It has the names of the last decade of winners since the inception of the club, all etched upon it. It's a major achievement. It hangs right in the foyer of the club, one of the first things that you see when you walk in. Each team will get a few leads on the locations of prospective talent, but it is up to you to discover artists on your own, too. Many of you, like I said, were invited to join us in the very same way, so use your imaginations and pay it forward. You see, the second that he starts to kind of wind down his speech, the carvers get up and start to hustle toward the door before looking at all of you and doubling back. They start to cut a swath through the crowd. Everybody's bustling and trying to get up and get excited. And you see Kiki Carver kind of break through the noise and stand right in front of y'all. Oh, looks like I found the people whose ass we're going to kick this year. What do you think, Porgy? Porgy comes up kind of short and stout, very handsome in their suit. Yeah, well, I mean, I would wish for better competition, but if this is all we have. They roll their eyes and kind of size you all up.
So dramatic, so cutting, and yet our names will be on that plaque. Perhaps I'll invite you to join us at the table.
Join us at your table. Oh, please. Oh, my goodness. Did you hear that? A very tall and slim femme comes kind of pushing her way through, kind of like elbowing people out of the way, and like looks down and knocks the glass of water all over the table. It doesn't touch your painting, but it still makes a mess.
Edwin catches the glass before it falls over.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to make a mess. I didn't realize you were with these people. What?
Sorry. Did you not hear me?
How dare you? She takes out a fan effortlessly and starts fanning herself and looking at you with disdain.
I think as this commotion is happening, this is the first time Virgil is looking up from her painting. She didn't care about anything else. She looks over. Navy's such an ugly color. There's so many better choices. Like
I'll
Reach.
have you know this navy comes from the finest lapis lazuli. How dare you? You think you're so posh and so fancy. What, because your family has the largest home in the city? Okay, so it's not all about size, you know.
I didn't say it, you did. And how dare you ruin such a pretty gemstone with that?
Yes, it's not about size, but it is about talent. And that's what I did say earlier.
We're talented. We have talents. She kind of
Mhm.
like balks for a second and starts patting herself down, and all of them are kind of like patting down their suits. And one of them finally brandishes a painting, and it is sad. It is very sad. It's clear the person had a lot of passion,
Mhm.
but the skill is just very much lacking. But it has a beautiful gilded and expensive frame around it, a very small one. They're like, this this hangs in my father's office, you know. So
Clearly
it is
not. Otherwise, why would it be in your pocket?
well
But I,
because
I see the
show
passion.
and tell. What
I see the passion. Mhm.
he tucks it back into his pocket and kind of crosses his arms. The one that
Uh,
you were painting,
perhaps,
Georgie,
yeah.
is
Yes.
silent. He's like scuffing his shoe on the ground and kind of like looking over at you, real guilty.
I will. It's unfinished, but you can. Well, I don't know. Do I need to roll for it? Like, it's an unfinished painting, but you can clearly see the lines are like the lines are there, and the initial colors are there. Like Georgie is blocked out, and there's a little bit of a sketch of the background around, and it's like, hmm, perhaps we'll take it and pass it over and say perhaps you can use this as a base for your practice.
First roll of the game. Please roll me creativity and passion. If you have a scene cue that you'd like to use, you may. If not, that's okay. A success is going to be a 5 or a 6. Tell me how many have you got?
Okay, so I could use a passion display
Okay.
because this is my artistic skill.
Yes. What does a
I'm
passive
a visual.
display say?
Pick an artistic skill that you are very proficient in.
Hmm.
You give a passionate display every time you perform. All eyes are on me. So perhaps, so it could have been
Absolutely.
the painting, or there's arts and crafts. So I guess I've whipped up something amazing in this short time that I've had.
Yeah, that's fine. Either of those works. Just decide which one that you would prefer, and we will find out how many successes you have.
Okay, we'll use arts and crafts then.
Okay.
And I roll. I don't have enough dice. Ooh, okay. I have a 5, a 2, and a 1, and a 2.
Okay. You still got a
Okay.
5.
Okay.
That is still a success. You hand over your piece, and the others kind of sneer at it. Unfinished. You've been working on it for some time. Don't think we didn't see you sketching our brother. But you
Oh, I
look
was working on
over.
something else before, but I did this little sketch. It's it'll be good practice for you.
You see his face kind of look over at it, and Georgie kind of looks up at you, and there's a little bit of tears in his eyes as he kind of takes in this image. You've only done kind of like a blocking out of his form, but the shoulders are extra broad and the back and spine are nice and straight, and his hair looks really good. And like even though he's not really in the picture, he's in the picture and he's taking it in. And he kind of looks over at his brothers and sisters and tucks it into his pocket and then takes a step back and doesn't say anything. The rest of them kind of look at him like quizzically before looking at you. Well, we're not going to waste any more time. Off we go. The tallest of them, Simone, kind of sachets out the door, her boa kind of making this beautiful U shape over slung over her shoulders as she makes her way to the door. And suddenly, y'all are in this club alone. There's no one here except for the staff and the president. And he kind of looks up from his journaling and is like, don't y'all want a head start? I thought I. What are you doing here?
Uh, just gave away an unfinished painting. That was awful. I don't like that. I have to fix that.
So
Shall we? A team?
yeah,
Yes.
Marigold is gonna walk over, having watched that exchange from the bar. So you decided that it was gonna be a good idea to pick a fight with the Carver siblings.
they picked a fight with us, and you know what? Perhaps one of them isn't as in that fight as the others. So I'm good with that.
You know that's not how they're gonna see it, and you know before the night is over. Breathe.
If it makes any sense or satisfaction to your current situation, the Carver siblings aren't known for their taste. However,
No.
one person took your painting and it moved them in such ways. Perhaps they can be swayed into more hospitable ways. They just need the right intimidation along with it.
I think we just need to win.
Right.
Don't worry, I'm also in the doghouse. Their father asked me to make those suits, and when I told him I didn't do identical pieces, he wasn't thrilled.
Navy is such a horrendous color.
Like, it only looked good on one of them.
Yes. Right. Who do we know? Who do we know? Who do we know?
President Latimer looks up at all of you. I mean, well done on making sure that they don't just try to take the championship like every other year. But I mean, they fail all the time, so maybe it'll be okay. If they weren't such generous donees, I feel like they'd been kicked to the curb a long time ago. So please do me a favor. Don't make me put their name on the plaque because we will never hear the end of it. So just do your best, okay? And you didn't get this from me. And he slides a piece of paper across to all of you. It's like a little cream colored, kind of half like bifolded piece of paper. When you open it up, there's an address for Hurston Books and Coffee right around the corner from where you are.
Wonderful. I'm there often. Let's go.
You
I will look
all,
into there. I have a book I need to return there anyway.
do you all walk or do you try to drive?
I mean, if it's around the corner,
Is it around
like,
the
how
corner?
late is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Right now it's like 7:30.
Ah,
It's still early.
Virtual
You
walk
guys have the
nowhere.
whole night.
yeah, we don't need to
Virtual walk
drive.
nowhere.
Oh,
Virtual
okay.
walk nowhere. Absolutely fair. That's why I was asking.
If they say that, Edwin will lead them to outside, and outside is like a Rolls Royce like limousine. Edwin tugs on, like, you don't know how he got it, but he's out of the butler. He's not wearing the butler gloves anymore. He's now wearing driving gloves, and he opens the door up for everyone to pile inside.
You all enter this limousine and it is outfitted and kitted up nicely. There is a bottle of sparkling cider inside, as well as a bottle of champagne, both on ice. There are like little handkerchiefs that are warmed for your hands in case you get a little chilly. The energy inside is just very lovely. It's not like one of our modern limousines because obviously it's 1920s, but like it is upscale for that time period.
Edwin will
Virtual,
get into the front seat, look back at everyone. Everyone buckled in, comfortable.
as Virtual like gets into the limousine in here, she like leans over by the window. Oh, Edmund, tell me one of your lovely jokes. It's been so long.
Edwin looks absolutely ecstatic right now. Someone's asking him to tell him a joke. Well, if I must regale you all with my humor, why did the man throw the clock out the window?
Tell me why.
To see time fly.
That's a good one. I would have said killing time.
When he says that, he goes,
Yours was better.
"It was, wasn't it? Yes."
Yeah. Yeah.
25% more jovial.
As you make this joke, Virgil's eyes land with your assistant.
She gets in the front seat and just silently takes notes and like puts a hand on your arm and like squeezes like you did good. Don't you worry about it.
I have
All of
plenty more
you,
wood to go.
all of you, please take a lucky coin. This is fantastic so far. Y'all are absolutely murdering me. So y'all get to Hurston's Books and Coffee. It is genuinely around the corner. You get in the car, Edwin goes, and then you're out of the car. It is very cute, a little coffee shop, right on the strip of 125th, which is also Main Street. There is a little neon sign that says Hurston's on top. And then like you can smell the coffee kind of wafting out of the shop when you open the door. Inside, it's a very small kind of parlor like environment. There's like a little cash register right up at the front, right in front of the window, and a little case that has like pastries and little treats and things like that inside. And then you can see there like a little coffee maker and espresso kind of set up there. And then the rest of this place is just lined floor to ceiling with bookshelves, all kinds of books. It would be a library, um, and kind of does function as a library for people that the proprietor trusts, but for the most part is a bookseller. They are arranged in fiction and nonfiction, and as you kind of shuffle your way through the stacks, looking around to see who you could be trying to talk to here, um, the person behind the counter kind of looks over and nods in the direction and kind of points you all the way to the back. When you get there, you see that there is a little area that is kind of like a utility area. You can use it for pretty much anything. There's a table with chairs, and then like a little area that could be like a stage kind of area for people, with one stool kind of sitting there. And hovering over this table in the back, kind of looking at their piece from like different angles and different kind of heights, getting down close and then fidgeting again, you see a sculptor. Her hands are deep brown and they're covered in a really beautiful clay kind of silt from the water that she is using to work her clay into shape. Her long, kinky, curly hair is pulled into a thick plait down her back. She is doing live art. There's a couple of people watching her that have, like a biscuit and a little thing of tea, or a little, teacup filled with coffee, kind of enjoying their evening, reading a book, and sort of, conferring between their book and the art in front of them. This woman is ecstatic in her excitement about her craft. And right in front of you, you are seeing this piece come to life. It is evocative and beautiful, an African featured face in the throes of black joy, beautiful big smile, high cheekbones, the eyes almost twinkling despite there not being any paint applied to this piece yet. She looks over her shoulder and kind of sees all of you and beckons to a table for you all to sit down, and continues doing her work, thinking that you're just customers.
Edwin will pull out chairs for everyone to sit down before sitting down themselves.
Virgil will just sit down as being guided. There's nothing too particular of interest in this moment for her right now. So she'll just sit and watch.
I think there's an element of drawn. Instead of sitting, we'll perhaps. Sorry, hello, bad noise. We'll perhaps gently lean against one of the sacks and sketch this woman in within her craft.
Okay.
A very quick sketch, and just observing the situation and trying to find a good moment to approach when perhaps she's going to take a pause or is finished with the display for now.
Mm-hmm. The phonograph in the corner is playing a blues album, and she has a cigarette kind of dangling from her lip as she kind of keeps doing this work on this piece. The sculpting that she is doing feels like there's an effortless flow within it, like as though she is not just bringing this object to life in through her ministrations, but also that she is kind of deciding what it's going to be as she's creating it, and then she's bringing it into the real world. It feels otherworldly, and all of you as artists, you start to feel this warmth inside you as you watch someone who is dedicated do something that kind of speaks to the same dedication that's in your soul. And as the song ends and you see the last bits of ash fall from her cigarette and she stubs it out, she stands up, kind of looks at her piece. Good enough for now. Takes out a little handkerchief and cleans her hands off, and then takes the needle off of the album. I'm going to take about a 10-15 minute break, y'all, if you want to mill about, but I'll be back doing more of my stuff in a minute. Thank you so much. And you see her step outside, kind of leaving the door open a crack as she moves into the night air.
Can I ask what type of cigarettes is she smoking?
Yes, she is smoking hand rolled cigarettes. You can see a little silver cigarette case next to her things that is still open.
I think I will follow her.
Okay.
From my within my little dress, just a little tin of the most exquisite cigarettes ever. They're overly extravagant for no reason. Um,
Okay.
when I approach her, I care to share some of my finer things with others. Would you like one
Oh.
as I offer her a cigarette?
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. She tucks her hand rolled one that's kind of messy behind her ear and takes one of yours and kind of looks at it. This is finely milled. This is beautiful paper. Is that lavender?
You have quite the nose, yes.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. You sure you can share these?
Of course, I can get plenty more.
She takes out a lighter and goes to light her cigarette and then kind of looks up at you and offers you the light first.
Quite thank you. As she lights up her own cigarette. In the most she does not smoke. These are for
Mhm.
decoration. She fully looks like, I'm offering you a cigarette. We're having this moment. I'm not going to smoke. She fully lights it.
Do me a favor. Let's go ahead and roll bravado and persuasion to see how well you're coming across right now in this moment.
Oh, I love that you chose the ones that I didn't put anything into.
This this lady looks like her nails are a little yellow on her smoking hand. Like this lady smokes cigarettes. So let's just see for giggles. I'll let you get away with one success.
Okay, we'll see.
So remember,
Okay,
you have a lucky coin, which means I believe that means you can roll twice and take whichever one is higher. So feel free to do that.
I know, but like that sounds like you want me to use it right now.
Oh, that's actually if players don't succeed in a character trait, you can use a lucky coin. So it's an auto success if you fail. So go ahead and roll, and if you want to use your lucky coin, you can. You don't have to.
Okay, we're gonna roll this.
Hmm.
A 4 and a 1. I actually don't want her to succeed. I think it's
Okay.
funnier if she fails.
Okay. She like lights her cigarette as you take your first quote unquote drag, and she almost drops her lighter as she laughs at you, pitched over, coughing, eyes watering. She takes like a long drag and inhale and looks at you and goes, "You know, not all artists have to smoke, honey. I'm Augusta. How are you?"
I see. I am Virgil. It is
Mm.
quite a pleasure to meet you. Your art is wonderful. I've been told by a friend long ago. This is not a friend. She's only spoke to this person once. That all artists must smoke. I just never could get into it myself. It's just a yucky habit. Nah, but you know, it'll grow on me. It'll grow on me. Actually, that phlegm is still there from a really nasty rip.
She takes the cigarette out and she looks at it and she goes, "It is a nasty habit. That's true. It helps me stay a little focused and a little bit more calm. I get a real good thing going. I usually put a little bit of reefer in my mix, but this is delicious. Is this from overseas? A Cavendish?"
Let me remember what my papa told me. I think so. Somewhere in the Eastern continent.
Very fine. Thank you so much. She looks at her cigarette again, kind of looks at the smoke in the air, and then turns to you point blank. So, what do you and your friends want?
As he turns back to me, I actually don't know why we're here. I was just told to get into a car. As she like looks back, fully in the most uncharismatic way. Like, I don't know how to describe it better than that. Unbecoming of a woman of her status. That is
Mm-hmm.
how I want to describe this. It just yells back into the room. Why are we here? Why are we here?
I
Oh no! Oh no!
when you yell that, like it is almost like some dark man shit. Like Edwin is right behind you instantly.
Just like,
I mean, we talked about this. Don't do that anymore. It's unnerving.
You've brought muscle? What are you? What do
No,
you want with me? I
no, no,
mean,
no.
I'm just
It's
a
not.
humble sculptor, y'all. Like this seems
Misunderstanding.
like a lot.
It's not muscle. He's trying. We talked about this. This decreases the amount of joy you bring.
Oh, right. So I am supposed to not be sneaky and show up unannounced. I have to walk and make myself known. Correct.
Absolutely, my
I
boy.
will
It is
do
better
that.
to be fashionably late than unfashionably early.
Uh, I will practice. Hold on. And he leaves, and then there's like a beat, and the door slams open, and everyone is standing in the doorway. Madam, we have brought such requests upon you that we would like to take your wonderful art and put it on display at our social standing. We believe you have the skill to portray the soul of black culture in this modern age and share it with the rest of the world. If you would be so kind. And he bows.
She gets down in like a low crouch. She's wearing coveralls over her regular outfit that are covered in paint. And she takes like a long drag on her cigarette as she kind of like has her one elbow up and like one hand on her thigh as she's crouching. Okay. Uh, that is why I do the art. So I think we're at least on the same page there. You just you just want to put my art somewhere in the city, just like that, magic, just like that.
No, not quite just that. So John has been uh, coming closer, but
you
not
had to
in that
detach me
immediate.
from it because as was just making her declaration, Marigold was trying not to be on the floor because I just heard bring more joy. You were making the scariest declaration I've ever heard. So like I am almost on the floor. So I had like grabbed onto John's arm to not actually hit the floor because I was laughing so hard. And so only after you managed to detach me from you because everyone heard that. Your voice was so loud, despite the fact that you were facing in one direction, it carried behind you. So everybody in the bookshop also heard you.
Yes.
How tall is Edwin?
Oh, he is tall. He is a brick house of a man. He's like 6'6", 250, built like a JoJo character.
So
Nice.
CC is like 6 foot, and so it's usually quite hard for them to like actually hide behind someone, but they're kind of standing like right behind Edwin, so you can't really see them. And their shadow kind of merges with Edwin's shadow. So like when they move around to the side and like slip by Edwin, it looks like they just like appeared out of nowhere.
You see her drop the cigarette out of her mouth. She's like, Lord Jesus. Oh, yes. Yes. Hello. You as well.
Yes, yes, madame. I mean, we are all have our own talents, and your sculptures are beautiful. And Cece is like flipping their deck of tarot cards, and they present um, a card to this sculptor, this woman, and it is the sun. And they're like, we would love to have your radiance in our club.
She looks up at y'all and stands up, straightens up, kind of rubs her hands on the front of her coveralls, dusts them off. Uh, Wow, wow. I've been doing this for like 15 years and nobody's ever made me an offer like that before. That wow. You can see she's a little choked up. There's tears in her eyes. I would like that very much. I can see all y'all have the heart of an artist. I saw your friend there. She kind of points to you, John. I saw you illustrating me. That was real flattering. Did y'all feel that? Do you feel that whenever you're around artists, that like real good energy that just kind of starts to rise? That it's almost like you can feel like the drum beats in your heart, right?
Absolutely.
I'm only
Indeed.
ever around artists. Isn't that normal?
Yeah. Sure enough is. She looks at you like what you've just said is supremely like profound. This is not a look that I think you get often, Virgil. Like, but she is looking at you like, holy shit, you have blown my mind.
She immediately gets a look of a confused puppy. The head and everything. I think because it's funny. I think in this moment she like looks over to Cece. Cece, darling, didn't you foretell this? She has no idea what Cece does. She just knows she does things with cards and it's cool. She goes, didn't you foresee this happening with your foresight, right? It's foresight, right? I'm understanding it. Correct. Just foresight. Whatever. With your gift, your talents. As he looks down, how worn are Cece's cards?
They are actually very well worn. And in fact, if you look down, you would see that card that she presented to the sculpture is like still on top of the deck and it matches the deck. It's well worn. If you looked over to the card that the sculptor is holding, it's like a shiny, brand new card, a sun card.
Ooh.
Um, and so there's two cards, which
Um,
is Cece like I think gives a little smirk if you notice that at all.
in this moment, she's not paying attention to that. She looks at the rest of your cards and goes, Cece doll, I can just make you more. You don't have to be poor when I'm around. It's okay. As he looks at your cards, these things are ragged. We'll get you some more.
It's no, no, no. The cards and I, we have a connection. I've been reading with these cards for a very long time. It's not about the money, but thank you. I appreciate your offer.
Okay. I don't understand why you underserved folk like to keep up trash, but it is your prerogative.
You see the eyebrows of this woman are like in her hairline as she watches this banter happen. And she pats herself down, like obviously looking for her cigarette case, realizes she
Oh,
doesn't have it, and just kind of throws
absolutely.
her hands up.
Yeah, Virgil just goes, I don't smoke these anyways. You can have the rest.
Oh,
It is a
fantastic.
full case missing just the two cigarettes we pulled out of it. He's never touched them.
She takes another one out and lights it and takes a long, slow drag and looks at the rest of you. Okay. All right. I've never been around this many artists in one place, and it is a lot, but it is a lot in a good way. Um, about what you said, and she looks over at you, kind of sizes up your suit, Edmund. You said you wanted to put my art on display in the city?
Indeed, I did.
If you can make that happen, I'll join your club. What do you think?
Does it have to be anywhere in the city?
Somewhere people can see it, where they'll look at it, feel good about it. If it upsets white people, even better.
You see like the gears turn, like you see him visually like the gears are turning in his head, and it doesn't look like this is going to be the best idea, but he has an idea.
Okay.
He will look inside and he will look inside at her sculpture and look at her. Do you have one you are ready to display now?
I do back at my shop.
would be so kind, madam. And he'll like take a bow, take her hand like in his, and give a bow. It would be so kind, madam, if I could go to your shop and retrieve the statue and put it on a display up where I am certain everyone will see it.
Oh, uh, yeah, okay. She takes a little key from out of her pocket and puts it in the palm of your hand. I'm trusting you with this. I know where you live, or where all y'all hold up. I've been seeing y'all go into that gold door around the corner, right?
Yes, and you could join us there. Though, of course, we'll put your work on display first.
All right, deal. Head to Central Park. It's going to be right around the corner. You'll see a little alcove. There's a big blue building. I'm the flat on the lowest rung.
He will take the key and put it into his pocket. You can trust me with this, madam.
And I'll show up at your club. Thank you so much. Who do I say sent me? Do y'all have a team name, or just will they know who you are? Or...
Edwin looks at Virgil for that, like, because they handle like all like the social stuff. Because you don't want this man to say anything.
So, in this moment, as you look back at Virgil's still hung up on the fact that this woman says she knows where she lives. And you've never visited. How rude. In this moment, as she looks at Marigold, I appreciate the confidence. I don't really pay attention to what's happening in the club. I only paint. Marigold would know, correct?
Yes. Team name. We are the Constants.
Ooh, all right. She takes out a little like moleskin kind of notebook and jots it down. Constance. Okay.
All the
Thank
while,
you.
Marigold, while all of the randomness was happening, Marigold had pulled out like the it's just like a tiny sketchbook, and basically she had been looking at this woman in her various poses as she was like getting shocked and surprised, and just taking us all in and writing down her assumed measurements. Because we have to present her, and she's not going like that, so I need to make her something.
Oh yeah, she looks like absolute garbage. She like her hair is probably the neatest thing about her. And even that is looking a little frizzy now that you've been staying in this alleyway talking for some time. Um, and I think she looks at all of you. All right, so when I'm done here, I'll just head on over to where y'all are then. Club says
Lovely.
it's open all night, right?
Yes.
Bet. You'll see me. She kind of grins at you and then moves her way back inside. If y'all want to get a free cup of coffee on your way out, just tell him Augusta said it's all right. Put it on my tab.
I appreciate the
Augustus,
offer.
I
I am
will
serious
remember.
about the visiting, though. It is quite rude that you never visited me, and yet you know where I live.
It's her turn to return the quizzical and like confused look, the confused puppy look. She kind of cocks her head to one side and looks at you. And I feel like there's like a comfort for you in that. Like there's someone is giving you back the face
I'm not
you give.
alone.
And you both kind of look at each other for a second and then like nod in understanding as she moves past you to go inside. From out here, all of you can access the car to move to your next location if you would like to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have them drop me off at my shop, and while I'm in there, I'm gonna grab pieces that are like mostly done, that are kind of in her size,
Awesome.
and
Okay.
just sort of start putting stuff together. So just once you've grabbed it, just swing back by and grab me.
Fair enough. Edwin, you pull up in front of this blue building, right on the edge of Central Park, and you run inside. It looks like a building that isn't really like an apartment. It's more like studios
Mhm.
that people rent out. And hers is on the ground floor. And when you open up the shutter that kind of is the doorway for this basement fixture, you see a huge sculpture. Like it's big. It is made with a bunch of reclaimed metals, and it is several black faces. There are all kinds of people kind of represented in this image. There is somebody who looks wealthy, who is kind of giving a hand up kind of working class is clearly a piece that is a meditation on solidarity, like Black solidarity and Black unity through all things. And it's beautiful. It kind of glimmers in the low light that you have coming from the moon that's like managing to make its way into this room with you.
Edwin takes a moment. He like looks it over, appreciates it for all its beauty and like the symbolism it represents. And I would like to use my scene cue, whims and fancies.
Mm-hmm.
You are used to filling unreasonable needs on a whim, no matter what the time or place. You know how to where to go, what to find, what you need, and create. And pretty much, I get to say, "Hey, yeah, I can get this done." Um, so the way I like to express this is that Edwin looks at this thing, goes, "All right." He crouches down and he just hefts it up onto his shoulder and just walks out of the place holding this gigantic statue on his shoulder. And he looks to the others in the car. If you don't mind, I'll be walking the rest of the way. If you could go by and pick up the others and meet me at the club, I will be fine on my way on my own.
Your assistant comes out and she puts her gloves on and like a little driving cap. Yes, sir. And then
Thank
gets
you.
into the front seat.
He turns around, just walking the rest of the way there. You just hear his loud footsteps as he's walking down the block.
Where are we displaying it?
Oh, yes. Don't worry, it will be a surprise. And you see like that big, intimidating smile again.
I think at this moment, as you're walking down the street, Virgil fully goes, he'd be make such a great husband if he wasn't so poor.
Please take a lucky coin. So the other three of you and the assistant is kind of driving you along slowly, trying to kind of keep up with Edwin as they make their way through the city. And you see a young man on like one of the corners, like one of the street corners of Central Park. The park is huge and vast. It kind of unites a whole bunch of different parts of the city. And the section that you are at, you see a young man standing there. There's a little clearing, and he is reciting verse. He has light brown skin and a very thick mustache, and his eyes are kind of sad as he is speaking these beautiful words out into the public. There's a small gathering of people, one of them playing drums, kind of just a little hand drum to make the vibes really good. And all of them are kind of just vibing, just keeping in community with one another as you all sort of slowly drive by in the limousine. Where do we follow you to, Edwin? Is there like a is there
Yes.
it doesn't have to be a specific location because obviously we're talking about days gone by, but
Yeah.
where would you want to put it?
I think what Edwin does is he puts this display. Uh, Central Park has a lot of like statues outside the perimeter, but one specific statue that always pops in my mind because I pass by it all the time is that golden statue by Columbus Circle.
Mhm.
And what Edwin does is he looks up at that big golden gilded statue. He's like, no. And he will like has with the one arm over the statue. He climbs his way up to that statue and puts the statue over. Like he kind of like he can't move it out the way, so he kind of situates it so that her statue is kind of blocking that gigantic golden gilded statue. So that's the first thing you see whenever you go to Columbus Circle. You see that big, beautiful statue that they made.
Excellent. You hear someone go, "Right on, brother." And I think when you turn around, you have a little bit of a crowd yourself. There are people that are kind of watching and looking, and they see the statue. There's a woman that like is looking up at it and kind of holding her daughter's hand and making sure, like, kind of explaining what the statue means and teaching her how to appreciate the art. The people are clearly being given a lot of life just from seeing themselves represented outside of their own specific community. And it means a lot, right? This time of night, you see some couples on the stroll and the fancier parts of the park, like near the more wealthier kind of areas of the city. But in this area, you see all kinds of people, and all of them are looking up at this with a lot of hope and a lot of dignity and a lot of joy. It is clear that Augusta's work is something that is worth holding on to. Y'all have made an excellent choice in this first person.
Um, he will look at all these people and then look at like the little girl that was talking to their mom. He like kneels down in front of the child. You see, We put things like this to remember the fact that in this world, things are not in our favor, but if we can rely on each other, we can get through anything.
My mommy says it's called resilience.
Your mommy is very smart. He puts a big hand on her shoulder. Little tiny child, big old hand on my shoulder.
She is so young that she does not realize that you are scary at all, and she beams at you.
This is the best day of his life because someone smiled at him.
Her mom looks over at you and it's like, thank you so much for this. What's the name of the artist? Is this Augustus' work?
Indeed it is. You can find more of Augustus' work, and he'll give the address of the club and everything. You can find more of Augustus' work there.
I've heard about that place. My sister's a seamstress. I'll have to send her over. Y'all looking for new people?
Oh, we are always looking for new people, madam. The door is always open for all forms of creativity and whimsy to pass through the doors and to provide joy to all of its patrons.
The little girl looks at you and her hand is in a fist and she has this very determined look on her face. When I grow up, I'm going to be a good artist and I'm going to go in there too.
Yes, you be the best artist in the world. I want you to make paintings that sets the world ablaze, that lights a fire in everyone's soul, so they will see the true passion that is in your heart. Do not stray from this path, young child. Take this day as the day where you pass on the will of all artists that have become before you, and you will forge your own path of creativity to create a rainbow in this land.
She looks at you with a blazing like fury, like a passion in her eyes. It is rare to see a child that is this aware of the world, and she extends a hand out to you for like the predator grab, but it's just a little tiny child hand and your big gigantic man hand. But like you can feel like the fury rising in her. You have changed this child's life this day. And she kind of takes a step back and looks at her mom and then looks at you again and then kind of hides behind her skirts a little bit, embarrassed that she's made like such a strong connection. This is a watershed moment for this kid that you have been able to enact, and you see the mom kind of tuck the card into her like little inner vest pocket, making a note to make sure that y'all have other people on the way. I think as you turn around, you see everybody else sort of walking up. The car is parked off in the distance. And that light-skinned guy is staring at all of you. He's walked away from the little kind of drum and poetry circle and is curiously sort of like eyeing all of you. Is there something y'all are doing tonight? Is this a party? Do you need anything? Do you need entertainment or
We would love your music.
me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm more of a poet than a musician, but my boyfriend.
No, your poetry is music. The way that your words dance through our ears, the way it lifts something in me, in us, when it blends with the music of the people around you. It's music. It's magic.
Oh. You see him like 404. He turns red all the way through, like the deepest blush. This biracial man is like crimson looking at you, doesn't know what to say. His hazel eyes kind of dart between all of you, like looking for the joke. Like, is there a practical joke being played?
No jokes. We're just here for talent. And you clearly have it.
Thank you. I'm gonna go.
Take this, and we'll hand over a card, and like we'll scribble on it just the address, and join us later on tonight.
Is this that artist's club?
There's just a smile, as like a very knowing smile. It's like this.
His face breaks open. That sadness, that hint of sadness that you detected, it's still kind of there behind his eyes, but his face just breaks into this big smile as he looks at all of you. Ha ha! Toulouse, you ain't ready? Oh, you ain't ready. Oh my God. Oh my. Woo! Oh my God. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, oh, can you do me a favor? You said you're looking for artists of all kinds. Do you need a chef at all? Is there a chef you might need? Someone who works with food?
Of course.
Yeah? Okay. All right. Here's a card. I will join your club if you are
Mm-hmm.
able to just take your offer
Mm-hmm.
over to this address, and he writes down a little address in the notebook that he has and tears it out and hands it to you. Please head over there because ask to speak to Toulouse and make sure I see you've got, is that graphite all over your fingers?
I sketch. I
Yeah.
paint. I
Do
create.
me a favor. Do me a favor. I would like for you to sketch me a little picture of the face that you get when you tell Toulouse you invited me to be in your club. Okay? Because when he left, he said that I would never make it and that nobody wanted, the nonsense that I was putting out there, all my sad love poems and such. And I've been trying to woo him back for 3 4 years now, and we're on again, off again. Sometimes we're there, sometimes we're not, and I don't know, right now we're not. But I would just, I'd really love it if you could just rub it in his face. And by rub it in his face, I mean, gently tell him you're looking for people for your club.
Okay.
Just can you do me a little sketch of his face just so I can see, because I'm not gonna be there, and I just want to see what he looks like when you tell him that you want me for your club. Oh, hot damn.
I can do that. I
Okay.
can do that.
All right, all right. When should I meet you? When should I meet you? Oh.
Above the table. Were we given a time? Do we know? Or is it just a like, turn up?
This club is all night. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Y'all have until morning rise.
It's black
Right.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Turn up. Anytime.
Okay.
Tonight.
All right.
Perhaps by midnight. It would be great. Come in your best. Bring your
Okay.
best.
All right. I have a pink suit I have been saving for this very occasion. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness. The look on his face. He's gonna be so impressed. He's never gonna argue with me again about my music. I can't believe you called my poetry my music. That is wow. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. He starts doing like these awkward bows, like at each of you. I didn't think
As he
anyone was ever gonna think that of me.
if he begins to like bow, Virgil just speaks up. Did you say that your boyfriend happened to be a singer?
No, he's a chef.
This chef?
Yeah.
I'm throwing this little party, if you will, as she presents this gilded card from her pocket.
Ooh.
The largest estate in town.
Oh my goodness.
I would love to see the food he can create and hear some of your poetry then. We'll be
Oh.
dabbling in all kinds of enrichment that night.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. This is what a night. What a night. You can see he is beside himself. He checks the card again. The Rouge Estate.
Mm-hmm. None less.
My grandma used to work for your family. She said that your parents are very kind. Your grandparents as well.
I appreciate that. They're quite loving people.
Oh. Oh wow. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. And he shakes each of your hands in quick succession. You can feel how warm his palms are. Y'all have given him so much life in this moment. And he grins one more time and kind of looks at you, bright smile on his face. Midnight.
Midnight. What kind of pink? We might have something to go with that.
Oh, it's like a coral kind of salmon pink, supposed to go with my eyes, my mom said.
Perfect. It's noting this down specifically for Marigold. Because
Thank you so
I
much for
know
asking
Marigold
that,
wants to know.
because I was just like, did you just say a biracial gay man in a pink suit, I was ready to cry. And
I
what
didn't
am
know
I
I needed
supposed
this
to
photo.
do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? Why? But okay, it's salmon.
Yes, it is a beautiful salmon color. Um, he looks at all of you and just like kind of takes you in for a second, and then you hear the horn kind of beep a couple of times, and like the window rolls down, and the assistant's like, and then you hear a vroom, 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 that's clearly not coming from this vehicle. Pulling up right alongside, zooming into Central Park, like right on the edge of like concrete that goes into the park itself. You see like a convertible Rolls Royce, and all four Carver siblings are looking at you, unimpressed. Oh, so you decided to come here? What kind of talent have you found here so far? Because we've got, oh, I don't know, what is it now, Simone? And Simone leans out. 7. We have 7 people meeting us at the club later tonight.
I'm surprised you can count that high.
I have an abacus.
You need an abacus to count to 7.
Doesn't everyone?
Well,
She
Edmund,
Just
you're
does
touches
still
that.
her
wearing
like
that
perfectly
navy.
coiled hair and like starts to kind of play with it. What is the
Very
meaning of
loudly,
this?
Virgil just goes, Edmund, they're still wearing that disgusting navy. So,
Well,
Seven
you
is a
realize, well, you have to
perfectly
understand
great
that
number.
taste does not account to education of numbers. However, in their case,
We didn't come here to be insulted. But you, young man, excuse me. She kind of points over at this boy that you all have just spoken to. What is your name? He's like, oh, me, Charles. How are you doing? Uh, can I help you with something? And she hands them her business card. Yes, if you would like to come to this club at this time, tell them that we sent you. You want to be, coordinating with a higher class of person, not this, well, common trash. You see, we all look so put together. This is the kind of thing that you could look forward to should you join the club under our information. Let them know that the Carvers sent you, please.
I think
He looks at them and looks at you guys.
when she says common trash, Edward just puts a big hand on Virgil's shoulder, like, don't.
it's the fact that you knew I was about to start some shit.
It's just instantly just holds you back, like, don't.
Quality is always better than quantity.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm calling trash.
and then she looks at this guy. We would support you. We would be a community for you. As you can see, the Carters only want to win. And who knows what will happen to you afterward? Will they back you up? We definitely would. And then Cece is going to hand them a tarot card, and it's the star. And Cece's going to say, hope is a beautiful thing, but it should also include practicality.
You see the siblings kind of all look at you with their noses up in the air, like disgusted by you being so calm and cool and collected in this moment. They are trying to get a rise out of y'all and got very excited seeing Virgil kind of get her back up about it. But then turning to you and how calm you are, Cece, in that moment, they look over at the guy and sort of roll their eyes. Do me a favor. Can you please roll me culture and etiquette?
Ooh, okay.
You're going to need 1 success.
All right.
The time that Edwin put in with this crowd of people is starting to pay off as you hear a very tiny voice go, "Yeah, also they believe in the future, and they're going to do everything they can to make sure you succeed and put you on a, mommy, what's it called? A pedestal.
I got 2 4s and a 5.
Okay. Um, you give this kind of impassioned speech, and that star card is glimmering in the light. He's looking at it, feels warm in his hand, and you see him kind of put his other hand over it and kind of press it almost in like a prayer fashion, and kind of close his eyes for a second. Y'all making good on your promise?
Always.
Virgil looks at him. No matter what you choose, of course I am a biased source, so I would hope you would choose us. My offer still stands. I would love to see you at my little shindig.
Hmm. There's a relief that kind of knocks out that last bit of sadness behind his eyes. It's clear this person has been used before. People kind of crumbling him up and throwing him away after getting what they need out of them. And they kind of look to each of you in turn and then look to the carvers. I'll see you around. And he tucks the card into his pocket and walks off into the night, back to his group to keep enjoying the festivities. They gun it in reverse and pull out, and you hear them kind of cackle as tomatoes come flying your way. They are very, very wide in their shots, but you can hear the of them as they kind of splash and squash all around you.
Edwin
How very
gets in the way
uncouth.
trying to take the hits.
Right. So we have a chef and a seamstress to see. It appears.
Yeah.
Toulouse. And what was the seamstress name? Did we get it from the? What
You
was your
didn't.
sister's name?
This the woman's name was Anne, but like
Okay.
she was like, I'll give your card to my sister and make sure she comes to see you. So you have someone coming to see you. You actually don't even have to find her. She was so impressed with
Ooh.
you. So I think as all of you are trying to like take stock of your night and you pile back into the car, you circle back around to grab Magnolia. We're gonna take a short break. Everybody, please go get hydrated, get a little snack, stretch your legs, and come on back with us. Please remember, we are raising money for the Lavender Rights Project, which is a Black and trans led feminist organization. Please, if you have the money to donate, we would really, really love that. We would love to be able to support that very worthy organization, especially at a time when our trans siblings and our trans people, like myself, we really need the support. I think that this project is one that is that was obviously important before, but now in 2026, seeing all the craziness that is happening in our society, it has really never been more important to support people who are disenfranchised and who have less than us. So please make sure that you donate if you can. If you can't donate, that's totally okay. Thank you for being here with us. That also helps us. Being able to put on a show for all of y'all is wonderful. Everyone here is doing a fantastic job. I'm so proud of this table. I'm very lucky to have this table. Please share with your friends. If you have friends that got it like that and you don't got it like that, no worries. Just repost it. Get those people in here. That's what I do. Thank you so much again to our sponsors, Transplaner RPG, Frivolous Bear Studios, and Thought Crimes Games. We will see you back here in 10 minutes. Thank you, y'all.
Hey, what's the word? Of the non-binary boy Mark J coming to you live from right outside the nation's occupied capital. Welcome to Apocalyptic Unlimited presents Harlem Renaissance Forever, this year's Black History Month TTRPG fundraiser. This year we're raising funds on Tiltify for the Lavender Rights Project. The Lavender Rights Project is a black trans feminist organization committed to dismantling oppressive systems that disproportionately harm black communities. APOC wants to give a big shout out and massive thanks to this year's sponsors, Transplaner RPG, Frivolous Bear Studios, and Thought Crimes Games. Transplaner RPG is an award-winning, all-transgender, people of color-led, dark fantasy channel telling stories in an original, non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse. They're proud to support the APOC Black History Month fundraiser and encourage everyone watching to give what they can. As always, we stand in solidarity with all oppressed people of the U.S. and the world, fighting for freedom against colonization, imperialism, and white supremacy. Free Sudan, free DRC, and free Palestine. Frivolous Bear Studios is a game company dedicated to telling untold stories and amplifying marginalized voices. Their first game, The Home We Remember, is an introspective, lyric role-playing game that uses tarot cards to explore your character's memories and their relationships to a community hit by tragedy. Produced in collaboration with Tender Vision Studios, The Home We Remember was lovingly crafted by a team of majority queer, trans, and racialized storytellers. Visit frivolousbear.com to get your copy today. And last but certainly not least, a special shout out to our third and final sponsor, Quinn Murphy of Thought Crimes Games, the makers of Griot Anthology. The Griot Anthology is a zine celebrating the brilliant work of Black TTRPG game designers, utilizing the powerful medium roleplay. This anthology holds space for intersectional Blackness in the past, present, and future, giving us the opportunity to tell our own unique stories and share our unique perspectives. Go to the website itch.io and search for Griot Anthology to pick up a copy today. Hey, what's the word, blurs and nerds? It's your 40-something non-binary boy, Mark J, coming to you live from right outside the nation's occupied capital. Welcome to Apocalyptic Unlimited presents Harlem Renaissance Forever, this year's Black History Month TTRPG fundraiser. This year, we're raising funds on Tiltify for the Lavender Rights Project. The Lavender Rights Project is a Black trans feminist organization committed to dismantling oppressive systems that disproportionately harm Black communities. APOC wants to give a big shout out and massive thanks to this year's sponsors, Transplaner RPG, Frivolous Bear Studios, and Thought Crimes Games. Transplaner RPG is an award-winning, all-transgender, people of color-led dark fantasy channel telling stories in an original, non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse. They're proud to support the APOC Black History Month fundraiser and encourage everyone watching to give what they can. As always, we stand in solidarity with all oppressed people of the U.S. and the world, fighting for freedom against colonization, imperialism, and white supremacy. Free Sudan, free DRC, and free Palestine. Frivolous Bear Studios is a game company dedicated to telling untold stories and amplifying marginalized voices. Their first game, The Home We Remember, is an introspective, lyric role-playing game that uses tarot cards to explore your character's memories and their relationships to a community hit by tragedy. Produced in collaboration with Tender Vision Studios, The Home We Remember was lovingly crafted by a team of majority queer, trans, and racialized storytellers. Visit frivolousbear.com to get your copy today. And last but certainly not least, a special shout out to our third and final sponsor, Quinn Murphy of Thought Crimes Games, the makers of Griot Anthology. The Griot Anthology is a zine celebrating the brilliant work of Black TTRPG game designers, utilizing the powerful medium roleplay. This anthology holds space for intersectional Blackness in the past, present, and future, giving us the opportunity to tell our own unique stories and share our unique perspectives. Go to the website itch.io and search for Griot Anthology to pick up a copy today. Hey, what's the word, blurs and nerds? It's your 40-something non-binary boy, Mark J, coming to you live from right outside the nation's occupied capital. Welcome to Apocalyptic Unlimited presents Harlem Renaissance Forever, this year's Black History Month TTRPG fundraiser. This year, we're raising funds on Tiltify for the Lavender Rights Project. The Lavender Rights Project is a Black trans feminist organization committed to dismantling oppressive systems that disproportionately harm Black communities. APOC wants to give a big shout out and massive thanks to this year's sponsors, Transplaner RPG, Frivolous Bear Studios, and Thought Crimes Games. Transplaner RPG is an award-winning, all-transgender, people of color-led dark fantasy channel telling stories in an original, non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse. They're proud to support the APOC Black History Month fundraiser and encourage everyone watching to give what they can. As always, we stand in solidarity with all oppressed people of the U.S. and the world, fighting for freedom against colonization, imperialism, and white supremacy. Free Sudan, free DRC, and free Palestine. Frivolous Bear Studios is a game company dedicated to telling untold stories and amplifying marginalized voices. Their first game, The Home We Remember, is an introspective, lyric role-playing game that uses tarot cards to explore your character's memories and their relationships to a community hit by tragedy. Produced in collaboration with Tender Vision Studios, The Home We Remember was lovingly crafted by a team of majority queer, trans, and racialized storytellers. Visit frivolousbear.com to get your copy today. And last but certainly not least, a special shout out to our third and final sponsor, Quinn Murphy of Thought Crimes Games, the makers of Griot Anthology. The Griot Anthology is a zine celebrating the brilliant work of Black TTRPG game designers, utilizing the powerful medium roleplay. This anthology holds space for intersectional Blackness in the past, present, and future, giving us the opportunity to tell our own unique stories and share our unique perspectives. Go to the website itch.io and search for Griot Anthology to pick up a copy today. Hey, what's the word, blurs and nerds? It's your 40-something non-binary boy, Mark J, coming to you live from right outside the nation's occupied capital. Welcome to Apocalyptic Unlimited presents Harlem Renaissance Forever, this year's Black History Month TTRPG fundraiser. This year, we're raising funds on Tiltify for the Lavender Rights Project. The Lavender Rights Project is a black trans feminist organization committed to dismantling oppressive systems that disproportionately harm black communities. APOC-U wants to give a big shout out and massive thanks to this year's sponsors, Transplaner RPG, Frivolous Bear Studios, and Thought Crimes Games. Transplaner RPG is an award-winning, all-transgender, people of color-led dark fantasy channel telling stories in an original, non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse. They're proud to support the APOC-U Black History Month fundraiser and encourage everyone watching to give what they can. As always, we stand in solidarity with all oppressed people of the U.S. and the world, fighting for freedom against colonization, imperialism, and white supremacy. Free Sudan, free DRC, and free Palestine. Frivolous Bear Studios is a game company dedicated to telling untold stories and amplifying marginalized voices. Their first game, The Home We Remember, is an introspective, lyric role-playing game that uses tarot cards to explore your character's memories and their relationships to a community hit by tragedy. Produced in collaboration with Tinder Vision Studios, The Home We Remember was lovingly crafted by a team of majority queer, trans, and racialized storytellers. Visit frivolousbear.com to get your copy today. And last but certainly not least, a special shout out to our third and final sponsor, Quinn Murphy of Thought Crimes Games, the makers of Griot Anthology. The Griot Anthology is a zine celebrating the brilliant work of black TTRPG game designers, utilizing the powerful medium roleplay. This anthology holds space for intersectional blackness in the past, present, and future, giving us the opportunity to tell our own unique stories and share our unique perspectives. Go to the website itch.io and search for Griot Anthology to pick up a copy today. Hey, what's the word, blurs and nerds? It's your 40-something non-binary boy, Mark J, coming to you live from right outside the nation's occupied capital. Welcome to Apocalyptic Unlimited presents Harlem Renaissance Forever, this year's Black History Month TTRPG fundraiser. This year, we're raising funds on Tiltify for the Lavender Rights Project. The Lavender Rights Project is a black trans feminist organization committed to dismantling oppressive systems that disproportionately harm black communities. APOC-U wants to give a big shout out and massive thanks to this year's sponsors, Transplaner RPG, Frivolous Bear Studios, and Thought Crimes Games. Transplaner RPG is an award-winning, all-transgender, people of color-led dark fantasy channel telling stories in an original, non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse. They're proud to support the APOC-U Black History Month fundraiser and encourage everyone watching to give what they can. As always, we stand in solidarity with all oppressed people of the U.S. and the world, fighting for freedom against colonization, imperialism, and white supremacy. Free Sudan, free DRC, and free Palestine. Frivolous Bear Studios is a game company dedicated to telling untold stories and amplifying marginalized voices. Their first game, The Home We Remember, is an introspective, lyric role-playing game that uses tarot cards to explore your character's memories and their relationships to a community hit by tragedy. Produced in collaboration with Tinder Vision Studios, The Home We Remember was lovingly crafted by a team of majority queer, trans, and racialized storytellers. Visit frivolousbear.com to get your copy today. And last but certainly not least, a special shout out to our third and final sponsor, Quinn Murphy of Thought Crimes Games, the makers of Griot Anthology. The Griot Anthology is a zine celebrating the brilliant work of black TTRPG game designers, utilizing the powerful medium roleplay. This anthology holds space for intersectional blackness in the past, present, and future, giving us the opportunity to tell our own unique stories and share our unique perspectives. Go to the website itch.io and search for Griot Anthology to pick up a copy today. Hey, what's the word, blurs and nerds? It's your 40-something non-binary boy, Mark J, coming to you live from right outside the nation's occupied capital. Welcome to Apocalyptic Unlimited presents Harlem Renaissance Forever, this year's Black History Month TTRPG fundraiser. This year, we're raising funds on Tiltify for the Lavender Rights Project. The Lavender Rights Project is a black trans feminist organization committed to dismantling oppressive systems that disproportionately harm black communities. APOC wants to give a big shout out and massive thanks to this year's sponsors, Transplaner RPG, Frivolous Bear Studios, and Thought Crimes Games. Transplaner RPG is an award-winning, all transgender, people of color-led dark fantasy channel telling stories in an original, non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse. They're proud to support the APOC Black History Month fundraiser and encourage everyone watching to give what they can. As always, we stand in solidarity with all oppressed people of the U.S. and the world, fighting for freedom against colonization, imperialism, and white supremacy. Free Sudan, free DRC, and free Palestine. Frivolous Bear Studios is a game company dedicated to telling untold stories and amplifying marginalized voices. Their first game, The Home We Remember, is an introspective, lyric role-playing game that uses tarot cards to explore your character's memories and their relationships to a community hit by tragedy. Produced in collaboration with Tinder Vision Studios, The Home We Remember was lovingly crafted by a team of majority queer, trans, and racialized storytellers. Visit frivolousbear.com to get your copy today. And last but certainly not least, a special shout out to our third and final sponsor, Quinn Murphy of Thought Crimes Games, the makers of Griot Anthology. The Griot Anthology is a zine celebrating the brilliant work of black TTRPG game designers, utilizing the powerful medium roleplay. This anthology holds space for intersectional blackness in the past, present, and future, giving us the opportunity to tell our own unique stories and share our unique perspectives. Go to the website itch.io and search for Griot Anthology to pick up a copy today.
Welcome back to the Harlem Hustle. We are the first table of this year's Apochromatic Unlimited Presents Harlem Renaissance Forever Black History Month charity event. Thank you so much for being here. We are raising money via Teltify for the Lavender Rights Project. The Lavender Rights Project is a black, trans, and feminist organization committed to dismantling oppressive systems that disproportionately harm black communities. We need that now more than ever. So please, if you have it, please donate. We are accepting all amounts, no matter how little you might have to offer. That is great. We really appreciate it. If you are not in a position right now because the economy is garbage to share funds with us, thank you for sharing with us in community and your spirit and your kindness and your views and your chatting. We really appreciate it. If you can, please repost. Get your friends that have good jobs in here to spend their hard-earned money on some black people because we need it. Give us your money. At the end of this stream, everybody will tell you where you can find them to support their work. If they want to tell you where you can give them donations for their Ko-fi, please also, players, remember that. I'm going to offer that now so that you're prepared when it's time to talk about your outro. Big thank you and shout out to this year's sponsors, Transplaner RPG and Frivolous Bear Studios, as well as Thought Crimes Games, reppin' black-led TTRPG content. Transplaner is an all POC, all trans led organization that makes fantastic AP content. Frivolous Bear, fantastic company that makes wonderful games. So please definitely check out all three of our sponsors. They are really killing it, and we really appreciate the support. Potential content warnings for this game. This game is Flabbergasted by Wanderer's Tome. It is a 1920s set game of silly hijinks and heists, social clubs, and if you like upstairs, downstairs, Jeeves and Wooster, Downton Abbey, even I guess a little bit of Gilded Age or like Bridgerton energy because there's like fancy people in it. Good enough. That's what kind of game this is, but silly. So our content warnings are kind of on the lighter side, but we still want to give them to you in case you want to be aware and advocate for yourself and others. We've got 1920s socioeconomic landscape, so there's no racism in the game. There are no real white people in the game. There's no active oppression in the game, but we are in the 1920s in America, so all those things still exist. We have capitalism because BBEG, hijinks, tarot/occult, competition, smoking, drinking, car racing, cussing, and audacity. Those are our potential content warnings. So far, I believe we've seen almost all of those. Doing great. Doing great. Fantastic job. Previously on the Harlem Hustle, our heroes have been tasked with bringing in fresh blood to the Talented 10th, which is a cheekily named organization that wants to support Black excellence in the arts and beyond. They have been tasked with recruiting new members as a large glut of their previous members went away to Europe, which is a very real thing that happened in the 1920s. Lots of Black migration to Europe because we were treated better over there and actually recognized for our talents and skills. So now we are trying to replace some of those people because the people back home still need the support, even though there's maybe greener pastures elsewhere. We still have to represent Blackness and Black joy on our own soil as well, and that is what these fantastic people are doing. Each of them has a beautiful and wonderful archetype that they are working with. Everybody here has been hilarious thus far, so be prepared to laugh. So far, y'all have recruited several people for your cause. The Carver siblings, your rival team, have come to insult you. They have just thrown tomatoes at you, but they are terrible at pretty much everything they do. So the tomatoes went everywhere except on you. Big shout out to Edwin for trying to take those those tomato bullets, I guess. But lucky for you, you still look neat as a pin. Um, we are now heading over to the Cotton Club, a lead that you just got from Charles, a poet that you met in Central Park. He has asked you all to, in exchange for joining your team and been representing your squad at the intake session, at the intake ceremony. He has asked you to go and rub his success in the face of his ex, aka woo him and get him to come back. So that is where we open the big Rolls Royce limousine with the assistant driving, looking very professional. She comes out and opens the door for all of you. She has somehow found time to change into a tux with tails to look very proper, and in her lane. She kind of looks over at you and kind of does like a little tip of the hat to you, Edwin, as if to say, "You've taught me well," and kind of shows you all to the door. Um, you can see it's kind of still early in the night for the Cotton Club. They're still kind of setting up. It's not really, it's not like on and popping yet. People are sort of straggling in. There's still happy hour drink specials, until like 9 and stuff. So it's sort of a trickle rather than a flood of individuals. When you go inside the club, it's beautiful in here, very upscale. Kind of similar to the establishment where the Talented Tenth is. Really beautiful fixtures, really gorgeous. That there's a huge grand piano in there. The stage is much larger because this is meant for performances. There are lots of like plush like booths, like little circular booths and lounge areas for people. The air is thick with smoke. You can kind of see like that hazy kind of smoke kind of billowing of kind of just over the top of the room, as people enjoy their cigarettes. And there's all kinds of fancy people. You see a beautiful light-skinned black femme in the back holding court, her bosom kind of spilling out of her shirt. It's big, gorgeous white flower in her hair as she laughs and kind of, joshes with her friends. In another corner, you see a lighter skinned black man on piano, kind of stretching his fingers and kind of like stretching for the night. He is trying to help his band tune, as they're all on stage. Everybody's kind of just trying to prep for the evening's festivities and events. And as you kind of scan this club, you can see someone bringing out a tray of hors d'oeuvres to that table in the back, and they all kind of cheer, like a cheer goes up as they drop them off, and you see the person turn back and head back toward the kitchen. He is tall, about 6 feet tall, dark skinned, very serious look on his face. Seems very focused on what he is doing. He is wearing a white chef's uniform, the one that kind of buttons up all the way up to the neck, and has his kind of kinky curly hair pulled back into a tight ponytail at the base of the nape of his neck, and has like a little chef hat on top. Not the big floofy ones like in Paris, but like the kind of more short and kind of understated look. And he kind of eyes you all and does a double take. Not many of you have really been here. Virgil, you've probably been here before. But like y'all kind of stick to your haunt, right? This is more for people who want to enjoy the art rather than the people making it. And so this is not necessarily a place that you all would have found yourselves frequent. So he kind of looks at you twice and then kind of stops for a second and like waits, and then sizes all of you up, and then turns and heads into the kitchen.
Are you wanting to order anything?
Um, Edwin looks at the guy going into the kitchen and looks at the others. Is that the gentleman we are supposed to be trying
He,
to
he
bring
didn't
him to our...
describe Toulouse, but it could be.
Oh, we know he's a chef, and that's a chef.
Yes.
You should
Do
follow.
you perhaps know anyone that works here? Or
He looks around the room, and he stops at the woman from before who was holding court, and he sighs a bit. And I would like to use my my scene move, Whims and Fancies,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes, regretfully. And he walks over to that table, like tugging his tie up and everything.
Please read for us what that scene cue does.
So, once again, you are used to fulfilling unreasonable requests on a whim, no matter a time or place. You know where to get to find what you need.
Mhm.
Also, I get to create an NPC you need in the moment of the place or the city.
All right. You walk up, and there is kind of a lull in the laughter as they hear you approach. And you see this woman's face kind of snap up. She has big almond shaped eyes, very dark, wearing red lipstick, very exquisitely dressed. But you can tell that there is a down to earth quality about her as well. This is a very upscale establishment. She is wearing upscale clothing, but the way that she is sitting, it's reminiscent of somebody on a stoop rather than somebody in like a nightclub. And she looks at you. Yes, how can we help you?
He sighs a bit and looks at the other people at the table. Simone, I would like to have a chat.
You see a deep brown woman kind of perk up. She's sitting with her back to you, and you can tell that she's doing everything she can to like not be seen. She's trying to blend as well as she can into the scenery, and she slowly turns. Hello. What what would you like to talk about?
I am here with a couple of friends of mine.
Mm,
We would like to speak to the staff, and I know you have a bit of an inside with us getting back to get us back there. I know we may have a bit of a past. I do remember New Jersey.
yes. Yes, Atlantic City. It was rather unfortunate.
Indeed. I
Mm,
know you put in a lot of money to renting the chapel and hiring the priest.
I did. Don't forget the flower girls. 12.
12.
12 ushers. Flower girls.
I'm certain your
Groomsmaids,
niece looked
bridesmaids.
adorable.
Mm, she did. She did look adorable. She looked precious.
Indeed.
You're
And
speaking to her profile right now, not her face. And you
Simone,
need
and he like
me to
he's
do a
trying to
favor?
talk softly, but he's just so big and intimidating right now.
Everybody at the table is silent. You could hear a pin drop in here. Even the people on stage that are tuning their instruments have stopped. They're all like eavesdropping. Everybody in here is in your business right now. You can feel it. Nobody's trying to hide it. They are
He's like
up
looking
in it.
around, but he's maintaining that prim and proper, not no cracks at all. I apologize for the many, many times for leaving you there without a word or letter. But I was called to other things, and duty comes before everything else.
It's funny because, without a letter, without a call, I thought you were dead, but now you're here, and
Okay, I gotta make a good boy roll for this.
I
Okay.
can't see through you, so it looks like perhaps you are not dead. You are, in fact, just Careless.
When she says that, he like looks around. He goes, "Come on, baby, baby, listen, baby, I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry, baby. I said I'm sorry. You
You
know,
have
I
said
mean
it
I meant it
before.
every
You
single
will
time. And
say it again, man. Why do
look,
you need this favor?
it's them Carver kids. You
Seriously.
hate? Yes, it's the Carver kids.
That Simone thinks she is so fine. I started going by Cece just to avoid the comparison. What do you need
Exactly.
help with? It's fine. Just tell me.
You know the staff back there very well. There's a certain chef we are looking for.
Toulouse?
That's the young man's name. Yes.
She kind of heaves this heavy sigh and stands up, all her curves on display in this beautiful kind of sheath style dress that she's wearing, very beautifully beaded. And she looks at the woman across from her. Ma'am, thank you so much. Just one moment. Please carry on. I'll be back. Just a second. She extracts herself from the table. Follow me, please. And she looks at the others of you. You better teach those carvers a lesson because I am sick and tired of them. I'm sick and tired. They come in here sometimes, you know. They come in here and they think they're entitled to all kinds of things because they got money. You think anybody gives a shit about money? You got to have status. You got to have style. You got to have panache. You got to have what all y'all have. These are your friends.
Indeed, these are the people I'm currently working with. After I came back to New York City, I fell in with them.
Oh,
They are a nice crowd.
it's nice to meet y'all. You can call me Simone, but don't ask me about the other one, please.
Charmed. It's wonderful to meet you. In better circumstances, clearly, than your last not meeting.
She looks at each of you in turn. This is clearly a woman who is very well connected. Um, the sense that you got when she got up from the table is that she is the manager of the woman who is holding court. And she looks at each of you. Magnolia, you would notice that her outfit is impeccable. The color is perfect for her skin. She is perfectly accessorized. Her hair is coiffed beautifully on top of her head in these victory rolls, her natural hair. She has long, dark eyelashes. Absolutely breathtaking person. Um, and she kind of looks you up and down in turn. Are you Magnolia?
Marigold.
Marigold. Is this you? She rifles through her little pocketbook and takes out like a little folded piece of paper, and it's an ad for like a line of
Yes.
dresses.
Yeah,
This
that
is
would be
you.
me. That
Oh.
would be me, yes. I was actually just admiring your outfit, and your purse is lovely, but I have one that would match the outfit even better.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I need to talk to you about dressing my client. I have a few of your pieces for her already. Uh, People really love it when she wears her all white piece, that one low cut number with the ruching.
Yes, 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 yes.
You
Yeah, you.
outdid yourself. Mm.
Oh, I was a little bit worried about the ruching there at the bottom, but she made it work.
Oh my God. Outstanding on her body. Just beautiful. And you, are you a painter?
That is what I do.
Have you shown down at the Williams Gallery?
I've shown in many places. The Williams does have a couple of my pieces, yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh, baby, you didn't tell me you had such esteemed friends. I don't know if you know, but well, when you left me like that, a girl needed to do a little shopping, a little retail therapy, and I went out and bought myself one of your friend's pieces, an original Juan. Mm.
I have very eclectic and creative friends.
And clearly, you have lost a treasure.
Thank you so much for saying that. He did truly lose a treasure. You know, I am amenable to apologies, especially those made in cash. But also, you know, I can still be a lady and help y'all out. And I don't even I don't even need any introduction to you, beautiful. I've been to your parents' house. I've been invited alongside my client to several parties, and y'all know how to throw an event?
Um, as she looks at her, still a little taken aback because the introduction was people I work with and not friends, which is a little butthurt about that. Um, in this moment, she like straightens herself up. I am having a bit of a shindig. We are trying a new source of entertainment, if you will. And again,
Hmm.
it pulls out another gilded card. I'm sure someone of your knowledge might know some people that might enjoy such a lavish evening.
Thank you. I might bring my new client with me. My old client back over there. We've been together for some time, but she's been traveling overseas and is fancying perhaps moving over there permanently. It's not really. I'm not sure what's in the cards or not. She kind of flicks her eyes over at Cece when she says in the cards. You lock eyes with her for a second, and you know that she's absolutely somebody that you have read for before. She didn't look like this when she came to your parlor. She was very much dressed down. It was one of those kind of middle of the day walk-ins. She doesn't she acknowledges you but doesn't make a big thing out of it, and then kind of flicks her eyes back over to Edwin and then to you again as if to say, "Please don't." Um and takes the card from you. Um, Thank you so much. I will absolutely be there. This is wonderful. And if I see any other new people, any talented folks along the way, I'll make sure that I send them your way. Y'all are lovely. And you, and she looks at you, Edwin, you need to think about your actions and the way that you treat people, especially beautifully talented young women who have the entire world at their fingertips. Understood?
He takes her hand in the most gentlemanly manner ever, and he kind of like kneels down a little bit because he's so tall, and he kisses the back of her hand. Yourself has been a treasure that I regret every single day I let slip through my hands.
Well, I appreciate that.
He stands
Yeah,
up, gives a little bow to her.
perhaps you'll make good one day. I'm not waiting around for you. If that's what you think.
I think this is the one time you see the crack happen of like a little tiny blush appears on his face and he gives a cough. We have people we need to see. Um, Perhaps I will swing on by.
I mean,
Hmm.
if you call out to someone, Simone, perhaps they could make the introductions and we could give you some time to catch up.
He looks at you like,
It's clear that Edwin is a man of propriety. It is important for him to do his job to the best of his abilities. Trust me, if anyone would know, it is I. Please, see yourselves into the kitchen. Tell Toulouse I said to be careful with the tall one. She kind of like turns on her heel and snaps her clutch closed and makes her way back to the table. And I think as y'all disappear into the kitchen, Edwin, you see one last look thrown over her shoulder at you. Her eyes are softer, her cheeks are softer. She has a little bit of a smile on her face. It is definitely an open door rather than a closed one.
gives like a little like nod to her and follows everyone inside.
Inside this kitchen, it is bustling. The noise is there's a cacophony. People are doing their jobs and they are doing them well, but it is just loud. There's service everywhere. People are washing dishes. People are taking things in and out of the oven. It's noisy, but y'all can still talk over the sound.
Virgil, in this moment, too many people. You seem very adept at this. I will sit at the bar. And excuses herself. It's
Mm-hmm.
way too loud.
John will lean over to Edwin and say, "It would be probably better not to fumble it again." You know,
I will take your advice to the heart and not fumble it again.
grand. Okay. Toulouse is looking around for the chef from earlier or anyone else that looks like it could
Yeah.
be, but also has notepad and charcoals at the ready. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
You see him. He is absolutely not hiding whatsoever. He is tall and intimidating, very much like your friend Edwin. He is running shit. And you do see him. He has his own little notepad that's out, and he's checking things off as he's kind of counting the lines of food and making sure that everything is in order. He points to a busboy. Hey, there's someone at the bar. Can you please go take care of that? Thank you very much. What are y'all doing in my kitchen?
Hi. We just need a minute of your time.
All right. 1 minute, because I'm obviously busy. We're trying to open the club. We've got some regulars in there, and that's fine. They're understanding, but we're supposed to get a party of new people in.
That's actually, I'm so glad you brought up new people. I'm so glad you brought up new people. We are a collection of artists and over at the Talented 10th Club, and we were told by someone that you know to do two things. One, we were told your food is exquisite and we would love to try that just to be sure before we extend our invitation. And also to let you know, and then I look at John just to make sure that they're ready. To let you know that I'm so sorry because I wasn't there. So what was the young man's name again?
Charles.
Charles. That we've already invited Charles to come and join us.
He smiles at you as you start to talk, and when you say that you want to experience his food, like the smile gets wider and wider and wider. And then when you say that Charles is the one who sent you because he's already been invited, you see that smile. It still stays on his face, but it wilts like lettuce in the hot sun.
Yeah, that was pretty much what I thought was going to happen when I was told that this is what we were doing.
It very
Um,
slowly starts to like melt and like just kind of crumble. Charles sent you,
yeah.
and you invited him into the Talented Tent, the club with the golden door,
Hmm.
down there on off 125th.
That's yeah.
So y'all like his poetry?
I'm assuming you don't.
It's not that I don't like it. He's good. It's just, he likes stirring the pot. He's cooking. I can say a whole lot without saying anything at all. But when you're in a situation like we are, or we were, and you're trying to, you know, stay proper and stay a man of your word and stay a man of the people. It can be difficult to, I don't know, call people out on Front Street and with your words. He's out there on the street corner just yelling at any old passerby. It seems, confrontational.
So it's the delivery of the poetry, not really the words.
I suppose so.
Okay.
I,
Well,
although, if he had a community to back him up,
right. So
he
we're
wouldn't be
giving him an
alone. I wouldn't have
outlet.
to worry about him
We're giving him an
much.
outlet somewhere. So he's not just shouting on the corner looking like a madman.
Hmm.
He's gonna be somewhere where his art is appreciated and where he'll be able to grow. And those people are constantly hungry and they need good food.
So we could work together, Charlie and me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, uh, you see him kind of mull it over in his mind, and his shoulders slouch a little bit, and he gets like a little bit of a hunch, like a more natural posture, like all of the big, like big man proper kind of energy kind of goes out of
Mm-hmm.
his body, and you see him the way that Charlie probably sees him. He looks like a big bear, and he grins at all of you. I think I'd like that very much. Do I have to give up this job? Because I'm a
No,
working man. I really enjoy
no, no, no.
Charlie. I don't
We
know if
would
you've
never
noticed.
ask that.
He is expensive. You wouldn't know it from him, but he's got this salmon suit and these rose gold accessories. Oh my goodness, he's so dapper. He's so dapper. Spend $10 on Murray's alone. Anyway, yes, I you know what? Let me fix y'all a plate. He goes over to this line of food and starts to kind of take things out of little pots and take dishes off of these like big kind of silver like trays and stuff, and makes each of you a little tasting plate of his food. There is a deviled egg with like a little bacon garnish. There are little pork medallions with like cheesy grits, like fancy Gruyere grits on the side. There's a little shrimp skewer that has like a Cajun seasoning on it. There's like all kinds of delicious bits and bobs, and then like a little dish with collard greens with smoked pork pieces in it. And he kind of hands each of you this plate, and then sends one of the busboys out to offer it to the guests that's at the bar.
So what I'm hearing was skipping lunch was a bad decision on my part.
Right.
Okay.
Like it's lunchtime.
Okay. I get it. I get it. That's what we're
So
playing.
as Virgil, as you're sitting out there, kind of nursing the drink that the busboy brought you the first time, you hear him coming. You hear him before you actually see him. You hear a beautiful voice, just absolutely gorgeous voice humming along to the tuning and like the kind of like practice song the band is playing on stage. And he kind of leans very very casually on the edge of the bar next to you and slides you the plate. Compliments of the chef.
I appreciate that. You're quite the canary.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. And he does a little bow. I appreciate that. I'm not good enough to perform here. Nobody ever wants me to sing. They got fancy people for that, but
That may be so, but I am, for one, an interested customer. And again, she pulls out another gilded card.
oh,
I and my associates in the, what is that area? The kitchen, the back, whatever that is.
yes.
Um, she's never set foot into a kitchen. um, are a part of the talented tenth. We are the consonants. We would love to see you there.
Oh, for real? And you want me to sing?
Oh, of course.
Oh, nobody's ever nobody's ever asked me for a performance before. I do have some songs prepared. Is there anything that you like? Are there standards? Anything I wrote? Or is you have preference?
Surprise me. I love a little surprise.
His eyes light up, and you can see his dimples kind of like dotting his cheeks. He is thrilled. There's a gap in his front teeth as he smiles at you. This is huge. This is huge. What do I call you, ma'am?
I am Virgil Rouge.
Virgil Rouge. Rouge, like the estate.
Yes, like the estate.
I I don't have the clothes for your party.
If you're totally fine, I have quite the talented seamstress.
Oh, okay. I don't have a lot of money to pay you for said seeming.
It'll be my treat. This is quite last minute. I don't want to make it any more of a inconvenience for you.
You see him trying to like take the information in, and he is having a very hard time. He sort of just like takes the card and nods and backs away into the kitchen and disappears behind the folding doors as they kind of just go in and out in his stead. And then you see him look up in the little like porthole, like window, and just kind of stare at you,
She's just doing.
unmoving. He blinks a few times, then like backs away again, and you hear like a crash as he knocks into somebody that's trying to make their way back out. Meanwhile, the rest of you inside, you're getting like belly laughs from Toulouse, as you all are tasting his food. It is, like, in a word, exquisite. Exquisite. Like, this is like a fusion of the finest soul food that like makes you feel like home, that makes you think of your mama and your grandmama and your big mama before her, right? But it also is like the freshest ingredients, the most high quality preparation. Like this is soul food on 10. And it is special. Like you can see it's special. The plating is beautiful. You see the china that it's served on is hand selected. And as you are all like enjoying his meal, like there is just a swell of pride in this person's chest, and all of you feel in turn that same warmth that you've felt meeting each of these new artists. Um, there is like a camaraderie that you are sharing in this moment, and he kind of looks at all of you. Thank you for making my night. I really appreciate it. I can't believe things are gonna be all right with Charlie. Y'all have y'all have really turned things around. Thank you.
No.
Cece is like flipping their cards, and like one sort of like falls out of the deck and like on the floor, face up, like right in front of Toulouse, and it's the King of Wands. And Cece like leans down and picks it up and offers the card to Toulouse, and it says, "People like you inspire other people. We need people like you, and we can have a place for you to be safe. Um, Continue what you're doing. Food is medicine."
He looks at you, and like that same kind of wilting look comes on his face from before, but this time it dissolves into actual tears. And he like starts to kind of scrub them away, and then realizes that like he's got his it's like the sleeve of his professional his professional chef's coat, and he's like he looks horrified for a minute, and then like snatches like a rag from a nearby table and starts to kind of mop at his face a little bit. Thank you, sis. That means a lot to me. My mom back home, she taught me, Mama Pierre, and I'm just y'all have made me real proud today. Thank you. I got to get back to work, but midnight okay? Once I get all this set up, I should be able to make my way over to y'all.
Yes, midnight is perfect. Yeah.
All right. He smiles. His face is still kind of shining with a little bit of the tears. And I think as he makes eye contact with Edwin, he like claps you on the shoulder in like a very manly like kind of thing.
He claps you on the shoulder. You run a very tight ship here, is what it looks like. But he like leans in and like once again looking way too intimidating for this. Like he does like the lean in on his shoulder, leans in close. Nothing's wrong with crying in front of the crew.
Thank you, sir. You know, you run the club?
Oh no, I am just the front desk. I handle the staff, and well, suppose I'm more of a executive staff, if you want to really put it that way.
Well, sounds like you might be my boss, so it's nice to meet you, sir.
When he says that, you all know what is about to happen right now, because like you see the switch goes off in his head as he puts his hand on Toulouse's shoulder, on Toulouse's hand, slowly brings it down, puts it by his side, pats him down. Just remember this: we may have met on the proper terms, but I run a very tight ship, and I expect the best from you. Do you understand?
He straightens up and says, "Game recognized game, sir."
Good. Just pats you on the shoulder, and then takes one of the pork and down like, this is banging though, and he takes it back.
You hear him like as y'all walk back out of the kitchen. You hear him kind of chit chatting with the rest of his staff, and like while he is still very much keeping everybody in line, there's a lot of chatter about all of you, right? Like, and did you see what she was wearing? Oh my goodness! And the car just fell to the ground. It was amazing. That person's got power. You can feel it. Oh yeah. And did you see? Well, let me tell you about the conversation I had with the woman at the bar. Oh my goodness, that person was everything. Can I tell you? Did you see those shoes? They could cut glass. Like everybody's having conversations about all of you as you walk out of this kitchen. And then as you break out into the night, you realize you're actually only a little bit away from the club. Just one more turn down the street and you're there. You hop into the car, and on the way, you hear a pop. You're maybe 2 blocks away from the club, and the assistant pops out. Okay, I'm so sorry. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna need a minute. I need to change this tire. Please just stay calm. Everything's all right. Everything's good. I'll be right with you. And you hear her kind of rummaging around, looking for tools and such. Um, you are in a graveyard. There's a graveyard right next to where you are, next to a big, kind of like hugely built, beautiful parapets of a church. Um, and it looks like a graveyard that is probably an old one, right? Probably is about as old as the church itself. This is clearly a black church, black community. Um, and you see a light inside. It's not big, it's not like a huge plot of land or anything like that. So you can see that there's someone sitting next to the light. It's not clear what they're doing or what they're about, but Cece, you feel a tug as you look at this light. It feels like something that you are meant to explore.
CZ kind of acknowledges that with like a tip of their head, um, and then gestures and is like, I'm gonna go check this out.
Are you sure it's so late? Like that there be hanks around.
It feels like white people nonsense. Cece doll. At least take another with you.
They have nothing to fear from
You don't want to disturb the
anything here.
dead.
It's not even so much disturbing the dead, it's disturbing the other person that's with the dead.
I just be safe. I can't join you. It's just
You all hear a voice on the wind. All are welcome.
Edwin was reading a newspaper out front. He lowers it down. No.
Virgil just goes, I don't soil my clothes. I don't walk in dirt.
I'm sure they're lovely. I just superstition, it's not good to disturb the dead.
Marigold, you should go with her.
Marigold is sitting taking like the shortest breaths possible, because Marigold believes that if you take too deep a breath while you're near a cemetery, the ghosts will enter your body. So
Mhm.
there's no way she's going over there.
I mean, that's just good science.
You know what? You're right.
Marigold's
I
like,
think
who?
a few too many of us took the superstitious mind. Yeah.
Cece, as you take each step closer and closer to this light, it feels like there is a great sense of purpose in your footsteps. It feels like you are on a path that you are absolutely meant to be on. A lot of what you do are card tricks, right? You have your performances that you do, the big shows with close up magic and all kinds of fun little bits of entertainment. But there is a heart and soul to what you do as well. There is a power to what you do. It is stitched into the fabric of the ancestors, right? The magic that came from Africa across the sea with us on vessels that were too small, too cramped. It stayed with us throughout all kinds of harsh punishments for just being who we are. It stayed with us as we were freed, but only in body, not necessarily in spirit. This energy courses through you, and you feel that same hum as you look upon the person sitting in front of you. She's deeply tanned. She has dark eye makeup on, very kind of dramatic eye makeup on, very thick, coal lined eyes, big and dark, deeply hooded. They're closed right now, and she's humming a tune that you can't quite seem to place. And yet, when you start to hum in time with her, it creates a beautiful chord. And then they open, looking at you. Her hands are moving over a splayed out deck of tarot cards as she locks eyes with you. And as you think to your in your mind, stop, her hand hovers over one. She takes three all at once and puts them out in front of her. She looks at one and says, Four of Swords. Hmm, this seems a more literal definition. Do you have rivals? People trying to fuck you up?
Well, you know, the community is pretty small. Um, feels cutthroat at times, and there always feels like you have to one up the next person instead of sharing.
Hmm. She turns another one over. This one is for me? And she looks up at you and shows you the card. You feel a card fall out of your deck, and both cards reflect the Four of Swords. But then the other one that she pulls out is the Ace of Wands. This is about creativity and passion. Do you will you draw that card?
And then the card that came out of the deck um, is that same card. And Cece turns it, like looks at it, and then turns it outward. Um, you are quite talented.
I I'm honestly just at the beginning of my journey. I came here to try and connect. This is my big mama's grave. Um, my family's been here for some time, and I come here to commune with her and the others sometimes. She had so much more power than what I kind of have. It's sort of nascent for me, but um, you you are. I can see orange and golds all around you. I She picks up the last card that she drew and brings it face up. High Priestess. High Priestess, pointing at you. "A- Are you looking for someone to tutor? Are you looking for my art, my craft is paltry at best. I sometimes mess up readings. I told a woman the other day that her husband was going to die, and that didn't go well. So it would be great if someone could teach me how to do things. He is dead, so I was right, but I probably should have maybe said it a little bit nicer than that.
Oh my god.
She looks at
The
you
cards do
curiously.
speak through us.
Mm.
The cards do speak through us. But sometimes we have to tell customers a watered down version of what we see. I could take you on as an apprentice if you were
Oh,
looking for someone else to
I
teach you the rounds.
that would mean everything to me. My mom, it skips a generation, and my mom, she just thinks I'm sad all the time. She kind of like points to her clothes. She's like dressed in like black lace. This is just it feels nice for me, but she said that this is something I will outgrow, and I just don't think that's the case. I feel like this is who I am personally, and you're much more polished. Goodness.
I didn't start this way either. You know, everybody has to learn and grow. And the club I work at, well, let's just say my magic show is it's a way to earn money. It's a way to put money in my pocket, pay rent. Uh, but I'm also building a private customer base for my card reading, and I think we could work well together.
I'm Rose, by the way. I this means so much to me. I've had dreams of training with someone, and I can never see their face, when it's just kind of a shadow, but you finding yourself over and over again revisiting the same location in your dreams. For me, it's a person not unlike your build in stature. I could never quite piece together, but um my big mama said that we would do great things. I, if you'll have me, I will come with you anywhere right now.
Absolutely.
She grins at you and is just like awestruck before kind of cocking her head to the side and listening on the wind. Are your friends afraid of this? Are they
Well, they may have a little bit more fear of the power of the dead. But
Huh.
and then I think like Cece kind of like looks like they kind of standing with their feet shoulder width apart and kind of like root themselves and close their eyes and then says everyone here is resting at the moment.
That's what I thought. It's usually quite peaceful. No haints to speak of or anything like that. It's wonderful to meet you, Miss Cece. I'm really delighted, and where are you going now? Can I buy you a drink? Can I buy your friends drinks? Can I help in any way? Is there something I can do?
Well, we have been on a mission to recruit new talent for the club that we all work at.
Oh,
We've seen quite a few people, and you're among that roster. So come back to the club with us.
oh my gosh, I would love to. Wait, you said you need people.
Yes.
My friend Simmons. It's not a traditional talent. I don't know if you know anyone like this. Someone who is passionate and their art is order.
Okay.
Simmons' art is well, being a jack of all trades. He manages, he cleans, he cooks, he takes care of people, and he takes care of the theater. You know, the Apollo Theater. He's the caretaker for those grounds.
Hmm. And Cece like looks behind them and kind of sees everyone standing near the car waiting and and is like, I think I might know someone that would appreciate your friend's order.
Okay. When we get to where you're going, I'll make a quick call and see if you can come on down. She starts to pack up all her stuff. She blows out all her candles. You see her kind of take a moment of silence to kind of end her connection with the land before she kind of picks up her blanket. She has a huge carpet bag that she puts all of her equipment into. And you see her take like a very kind of heavy tome like looking book and kind of pop that in last after, you know, putting her palm on the front and saying thank you to her ancestors. The rest of you see this this very awkward person. She's probably about 4'10", so very petite, very shapely, very curvy, all hips and belly and boobs. She kind of like has a very bouncy step to her, like she is about to take off and lift off the ground. And she is surprisingly cheerful considering how gloomy her overall affectation is. She smiles at all of you. Nothing to be afraid of. I'm Rose. I'll make sure that the Haints and the spirits stay away. Miss Cece is going to teach me how to better hone my skills. And she gets like a very serious look on her face when she says that.
As the two of them like step out of this graveyard, Virgil just comes up, did not care about any of this. She doesn't know if she fully believes in what this woohoo is. And just looks like CC and like dust her off. I keep telling you, playing in the dirt is not okay. Yeah? Have some decorum. And as she sees just an equally, if not a little bit more dusty
Mm-hmm.
with the person next to her, she's like, oh, doll. Marigold, I'll send you the check later. We need to get her something better than this. It's soiled, absolutely soiled.
It's just the grave dirt. It's okay. It's.
Mm,
I mean, it
it's
makes me smell
dirt.
like petrichor.
That's worse. It's dirt.
Uh,
I'm
Everyone
here to
loves a
learn.
good petrichor smell, but she is right. If we're presenting you to the club, you the all black is fine. I can work with that, but
I respect your
yes.
craft. Just this place is a bit scary. Can we?
Oh yes, we can go. Sorry.
Is the tire fixed?
Yes, the assistant is standing there, looking very proud of herself. There's like a smudge of like grease paint on one cheek, so she looks like extra tough. Um, you're not sure if it's there on purpose or if it's there by accident. Either way, it's adorable. And she kind of has like one foot up, like inside of the car, and one outside, and she has the door held
Is
open.
she posing?
Yes,
I love this.
very seriously. Not a
Virgil just
trace of
comes up.
irony.
Yeah, Virgil just comes up. There's a handkerchief. It has stains on it. Edmund would know this is for Edmund. She specifically uses this handkerchief for Edmund and takes it out. No, that's dirty. And like wipes her, like rub in the way that a big mama would with your with her thumb fully wipes it off. It's like that's better.
You see her like for a second, for a split second, she kind of breaks and giggles and then like straightens back up again. Thank you.
Edwin looks so proud right now. He is so proud right now. He's just like he's sitting in the front, like in the passenger seat, because he's letting her do all this. He's like looking so proud. Like this is really this is the best day I've ever had, honestly.
As all of you pile back into the car, she closes the door, comes back around and sits down. And like the two of you, like the little visor screen is up and everything. And the two of you just like sit and have a moment. She does not look at you, but you can feel that she knows that you're proud and that she is proud that you are proud. And you guys just have like this moment of silence before she like starts the car and takes off. As you all drive up, you realize that time has certainly passed. You are cut off moving through this line of cars that are trying to park and find their way into 125th Street by that convertible drop top Rolls Royce. The Carver siblings tumble out of it. That's the best way that you could really describe that. They are covered in juicy bits and seeds of tomatoes, head to toe. Hair is a mess. Simone's boa is like almost like a peach color with the juice of these tomatoes. This beautiful white boa is now matted. Um, she has lost the suit jacket and now just has like a little like one piece underneath. It looks equally disheveled. And they don't make eye contact with you as they get out. You see the winning team from last year laughing as they're cleaning their hands off. Um, who's to say what transpired here? But as you all make your way inside, you start to see the people that you've invited coming through. You see this beautiful couple, a tall and broad-shouldered man in a white suit with a black shirt and a silver tie, complimenting the little like rose gold pocket square, complimenting his partner in a beautiful salmon colored suit with a black shirt and a rose gold kind of tie and little tie clip. They're arm in arm as they walk inside. Um, you see a woman who still has a bit of clay on her fingers and under her nails, but is otherwise dressed nicely in the outfit that you left for her, Marigold. Augusta trying to kind of straighten up. Her hair is now unbound and in beautiful kinks and coils all around her shoulders like a cloud. You see someone that you don't recognize, but who has like a kit with her. She looks an awful lot like the woman that y'all met in the park. You see this beautiful brown skinned boy with all of his joy on full display, really not trying to hide who he is from anyone, dressed up flamboyantly in what would later be known as a zoot suit, grinning as he goes in. Shoes are a little worn and scuffed, pants are a little mishemmed, but overall, absolutely stunning. And I think as you all walk up to the outside of this club, you're flagged down by Charlie Latimer. He looks at all of you. A supremely impressive night? Is that what I'm hearing? Like a watershed night for the club? Is that what I'm hearing? Because I heard that every single person almost that went out there to try to recruit people tonight had y'all's names on their lips. What is that about? What have you been up to?
Well,
We like to make an impression.
talent draws talent.
Clearly. Do you know that we now have open availability at the Apollo? Y'all managed to score the Apollo? And you feel Rose like tug on your outfit, Cece, in excitement. She doesn't say anything, but she's just there. You the rest of you can feel her like energy kind of in tendrils, like reaching out to you, like this little like effervescent energy as she is like bubbling over with joy.
I think Virgil says, in this moment, we are quite the talented bunch. But when you're in a room full of talent, you have to learn. It only goes so far. And we've relied on other skills to leave an impression.
He looks at you with a lot of surprise in his eyes. This is the most I think you've ever talked to him,
Oh, yeah.
Virgil. And he like has this look on his face of just sheer impressedness, I guess, for lack of a better term. He is very wowed in this moment. And he looks at each of you in turn, and you guys each get like a heartfelt thank you from the president of the social club. We could not have done this without you. We have more than doubled our numbers tonight. All kinds of people from all walks of life. We're even thinking about starting a junior chapter.
Wow. Talent does start young.
I hope y'all are proud of what you did today. Let me show you to the booth. He takes you all inside, and you see the booth exactly where it usually is. It's been cleared off and cleared away. There are little frames up in the back in the corners where all of your pictures will hang once you take your official shots. There are paparazzi there, people there with cameras. You see and hear the flash bulbs going off as people are able to kind of do like the step and repeat in the front, except there's like a beautiful beaded curtain instead of like a little board with all the logos. It is a lavish affair. And getting to see all of these newfound friends that you have made today is heartwarming beyond all measure. There is a palpable difference in the way that things feel in this space, in this room. Someone is up there singing his heart out, a brand new artist that people will love for decades to come. You have, Juan, someone trying to commission you. You see $50 laid next to your drink. And when you look up, Georgie is there, shyly, not looking at you, looking off to the side, painting in his hands. I could never do as good as what you do. So, um, are you looking
I'll
for a
let
patron
you.
or?
Well, I am always looking for a patron, but I'll also let you in a little secret and we'll motion him closer. It's all about practice. And perhaps, well, maybe when we spend time together, I could teach you.
I like that. He sits down quietly and folds his hands neatly in his lap and just watches you work silently. Edwin, you are in the back. Your staff is greeting the new chef, and you happen upon all of them talking about you before you enter the room. He's 25% more joyful. Did you see it? He told a joke today. I'm still laughing about it. Yeah, buttoned up, but also down to earth. That is the right way to be. I don't know. I mean, his assistant seems like she's almost done with her training. I'm hoping he opens up another spot because I'm trying to get like him, you know? The second the door opens, like you creak the door open, everybody straightens back up and they're in a line automatically, waiting for inspection.
Edwin walks in, um, looks at each one of them. We are at the Apollo. This is a place where people like us can speak their real voice, where we can share our culture without fear of people putting us down for it. The people you serve today will be marking their place in history tonight. I want you to give them the best food that they deserve so they can remember it. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. And he looks over at Tallulah. I am looking for someone to take over. Do good tonight, and I will put your name down for that.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Edwin, sir. I will not let you down.
Don't make me fucking regret this, all right? He pats him on the shoulder.
He nods and immediately goes back to work. You hear him kind of slicing away at some meats that are on the table before you. Virgil, you have a crowd waiting for you inside. People that are dying to ask you all manner of questions about what your plans are. Do you need anything? Trying to get anything that you might want for, tablecloths or any kind of decor that you want for your party. Just people just like fawning all over you, asking you pretty much every question in the book. And someone tries to hand you a cigarette. When you accept it, you realize it is made of candy. And Augusta just kind of smirks.
I think in this moment, there's a realization for Virgil. This is the first time since being invited to the club and being a part of the consonants that she's had a reason for life beyond painting. She's met quite exquisite people today. And she like takes the cigarette, realizing like it is candy and not a real one, chuckles to herself, straightens up. There isn't hesitation as she opens the door and fully swings it open. I've arrived. Come ask me your questions.
You hear a little roar of cheers go up, and someone brings over a chair. You can hear it kind of squealing along the floor as they're trying to yank it into place. Your court is absolutely in session.
In this moment, I think, yeah, she doesn't want to share it alone. As she calls out to each of her friends in this moment, it's like, this is great, but decisions are best made with Cece. Her foresight is impeccable. Design choices, I may be an artist, but a true eye for design is my friend Marigold. And as she calls out to each of you in this moment, I have no control without Edmund, and there is no passion like Jones. I need all of them to make this decision. She beckons you in this moment to share in this rapturous moment of interview.
Marigold, you walk over there, summoned, and on your way, you feel a tug at the hem. You turn around, Sasha is there, newly crowned Sasha, previously known as Stone, looking at you. She's clad in a cream dress, very plain, very much like a basic piece, and looks at you. I heard what you had to say about our fashions earlier. And, if you can't beat them, join them. So, how much do you want for a capsule wardrobe?
A capsule?
Something I can wear and I don't have to worry about consulting with anyone. I don't need any help getting dressed. I have had a recent change in my financial status, and I no longer have a maid.
Oh. Okay. Well, why don't you come by my shop in the morning? and we can discuss. I'm happy to work with you with your new financial situations, and with the lack of a maid, corsets are not going to be a thing that you're going to want to try to tie on your own, but I can
No.
still adjust to make sure that everything is form fitting.
Thank you very much. And if all goes well, perhaps I will invite my siblings to join me in your patronage.
All properly dressed and with appropriate coloring.
She like glares at you for a second when you say appropriate coloring, and then like realizes that she is asking for your help, and the claws kind of go back in. She looks away. Thank you. Good
Navy's
day.
not your shade.
All right, all right, all right.
No, 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 no. I'm not insulting you, love. I'm not insulting you, love. Navy's not your shade. But I will find the perfect blue for you so that you will always shine.
Well, I suppose the best team won then. Good
Thank
evening.
you.
You can tell that the words are twisting in her guts as she's trying to say them to you. She's really fighting it, but she gets out the compliment and then leaves. And last but not least, I think to close this out, Cece, as you come over and you feel the radiance of Rose at your side, it feels like you're supposed to have this apprenticeship. It feels like you are meant to pass this on and to share this with someone else. And you see that there's another person that she has brought, a little bit younger, probably about 18 years old, um, clearly lost as well. Someone who she had been teaching. Their eyes are bright, looking around this place. This is more than they'd ever dreamed of. This person is clearly someone who has had a hard time finding housing, having a hard time on the streets for their differences. And in this moment, they have found a sense of home. And they look at you with awe on their face and hand you a card. As you pick it up, you see that it is the Three of Cups, known for community, for celebration, for friendship and shared joy. And as the camera pans down and focuses on that card, that is where we will draw this night to a close. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. Were a beautiful table. I got extremely lucky to be able to play with each and every one of you. You have been fantastic. Thank you so much for making this so wonderful and so beautiful. Thank you to our audience for being here. Thank you for your support. This is our very first table of three tables for today that are all going to be going live. We are doing the Harlem Renaissance Forever theme this year for Apochromatic. Please make sure that if you are able to donate, that you donate to Lavender Rights Project. They are a Black and trans feminist organization that are trying to take some weight off of the Black community in this very unprecedented time. Please definitely, if you have it, think about donating. If you have it, think about donating to these wonderful players. Any of the players that you see this weekend, any of the staff or the team that are working super hard behind the scenes. Shout out to Apochromatic Unlimited and all of their staffers, Mark J and his team. Thank you so much. And thank you once again to our fantastic sponsors, Transplanter RPG, Frivolous Bear Studios, and Thought Crimes Games. We could not have done this without you. Thank you so, so much. I am so appreciative and I am very humbled by everyone's presence here, both my players and the audience. I am Candace Magnificent. I have been your GM. But before I do my outro, let's go around and do everyone else's outro. We are going to start with Garnet. We're going to go in the same order that we went in last time. Please tell everybody, these wonderful people, where they can find you, how they can support you, and I don't know, a little wrap up of what you think your character is doing next.
Okay, I'm Garnet. I was Marigold Tempest. I am on Blue Sky at my government name, so that's Ashton Brienne on Blue Sky and Instagram. I'm not super there a ton. Like I don't really do a ton of things. I'm usually on Blue Sky, and that's where you can find me if you want to hang out, chit chat. I'm also in the Apochromatic Discord channel. Also, if you want to just chit chat, I talk a lot about politics and hygiene. Because some people need to be reminded that washing your hands and being clean should be something that you enjoy, not something that is a chore.
Mm-hmm.
You know which people I'm talking about. Please tell your friends. Wash your hands all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold and flu season and everything else. Wear a mask whenever you can. Wear a mask whenever you can. So important when you're outdoors. But I'm gonna get off that lovely little soapbox. Well, if you want to hear me rant about it, please come join me over on the Butterfly app. Um, Otherwise, I just hang out. I think I'm funny. So I also do that. I also try to tell jokes. But yeah, that's me. I'm also playing in another game later tonight, which you can watch later on that Twitch channel. Not here. It's at a different game where I'm playing Fabula Ultima. That's we're nearing to an end. So if you haven't been watching it, you got to go and watch the other ones, and that link will be up on my Blue Sky later on tonight. Another friend, Rand, will be in our one of our Saturday night games, playing in that game with me tonight. So hang out here all day and watch these games, and then watch us tomorrow. Because you gotta catch up. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Next up, we have Lola.
Hi, I am Lola, and I have been Jewel, and yeah, it's a lovely game. But you can find me at Third World Yarns on Blue Sky, and generally everywhere else in the social media and website sphere. But also, I am crowdfunding a game on Backagit right now because I also, other than making yarn, I write TTRPGs, and I am crowdfunding the Wanderers Bookshop, which is a mixed media solo journaling bookshop simulator where you collect stories, read books. I love reading, and I want you to as well. And sorry, my brain. Collect stories, read books, and find your white whale because there's a little bit of a mystery for you to solve as well. And you can find that at tinyurl.com/Wanderers books. Or just
Wonderful.
search for the Wanderers Bookshop on Backagit.
Yeah. That's so up my alley. Oh no.
Same.
Books are magic
They
and fun.
are. Next, we have Lando.
Hi, I'm Lando. You can find me on Instagram at that queer touch, all one word. Or Blue Sky under Crown Slayer. It's SLAYR. I do not use Instagram that much, or Blue Sky to do too much of things. I will be changing that. This has been a great experience. I loved it so much. If you would like to find me in the real world and you are in the Detroit area, I can DM your table. If you look at opalgrovegames.com, you will find me and lovely other queer and black people of color DMs at that little game shop. Um, you also wanted us to also say what our characters are doing in their
If
like
you
final
want,
things,
yeah,
correct?
you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
I wanted to remember everything. I have really bad ADHD. I think Rouge in this moment is like she's more active in the club. I think when there isn't something specifically happening at the Talented 10th, she's just having art nights and inviting people to the manor to delve into their craft and possibly drink some illicit substances. But of course not, because we are proper people. It's only juice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as she, I think, gets a little bit more involved in everyone, learning a little bit more about each and everyone's crafts as she's found a new interest in just like learning about that.
Beautiful. Next up, we have Wally.
Yes, up, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. You can find me on the social medias, specifically Blue Sky WALLE132, like the cute little Disney robot. That's where I'm always yelling about stuff. Also, you can check me out over on the One Shot Network website. That's where I have episodes of R&D with Kappa and Wally. It's a podcast. We talk about stuff, things we like. There it is. That's the whole podcast. You're not. That's the whole that's the whole description of it. You know, it's just two pals chatting it up. So come check that out. We're in the middle of finishing up season 2 and getting that's going to be going live soon. So there will be like 5 more, 6 more episodes for you to listen to. So you have a whole bunch of episodes to do. So check that out. I played Edwin. I loved playing this guy so much. He was just great. I think what he does is he passes off his position at the club to his assistant and lets her take over this, and he continues training up Tallulah to
Mm.
be to also run their own facility because he wants to he realized he does focus too much on work, and he's probably going to get married again, so he needs to scale that back a bit, and take life slowly and enjoy the things around him. Yeah, that's what I think he's doing.
Beautiful. And last but not least, we have Lily.
Hello, I am Lily. My pronouns are they, she, and I was playing Cece Sequoia today, whose pronouns are also they, she. You can find me mostly chatting in Discord under Lescribe. I have an Instagram where I have all my fiber art stuff, Lily PHL, and sometimes on Blue Sky as Elise on Life. All my links are at my link tree, which is also Elise on Life. Um, but I'm also in three different podcasts. I'm in an actual play podcast called Misfits of Space. We're doing Scum and Villainy game system. So it's like a space opera, um, some shooting them up, but also some romance and stuff. My other actual play podcast is called Welcome to Greetings from Stability, and that's a horror anthology podcast. We use a lot of different systems. Most of them are indie that we find on itch.io, and they all take place at different time frames, but all in the same little northwestern town called Stability in Oregon. And my third podcast is Blurred on the Street, where it's me and two other femmes, and we are all Black. We are, two of us are Indigenous as well. And we just talk about being in geeky spaces and current events, whatever comes to mind. So we have space at the table.
Beautiful. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
and Cece, I think post this adventure, you'd probably like cinematically like peer into like a small storefront window, and there's a little room. It's crowded because it's so small, but there's about six or seven people, and they all have they're sitting at a table. They all have tarot cards. They're talking. There's drinks being served, and different cards are getting turned over, and it just looks very social. And Cece is sitting at the top of the table with a smile on their face.
I love that. Thank you so much, y'all. This was so wonderful. Again, big thank you to each and every one of my players. You all have absolutely made my day. You have kicked my Black History Month off in like the best way possible. I am very, very pleased with how this table went, and I would love to play with each of you again in the future. Um, would also like to thank Nani behind the scenes doing production for us. Absolutely killing it. Thank you so much. Tech Gremlins tried to come for us today, and Nani was like, "Not on my fucking watch," and I really appreciate that. Killing it, absolutely murdering it. Thank you so much. I have been your storyteller. My name is Candace, also known as Candace the Magnificent. My pronouns are they, she, and a little sprinkle of he. I am one quarter of three Black Halflings. Please check us out. We are a Black-led podcast, Black and queer-led podcast. Now that I'm there, that specializes in TTRPG and nerd stuff, pop culture, through a Black lens. We have some really fantastic guests coming up next month. This month, we did a couple of panels with people from the indie community to talk to them about intersectional storytelling one week, and then another week it's just about Black productions. So if you're looking for more Black-led AP groups in the space or players and things like that, obviously you will see some people there. But we also have a month of charity streams as well, every Friday or Saturday, depending on the week. we will have someone running a game. The very first one is mine tomorrow. I'm going to be playing something called High Stakes. It is a Frontier Scum homebrew that I wrote. So Weird West, think The Harder They Fall meets Penny Dreadful. If you are interested in watching that, I will be live on twitch.tv/TB Halflings at 1 p.m. Eastern. I've got a really fantastic table. We also have London Carlisle, who is a fantastic actor who's going to be coming in and running some Harlem Unbound on the 13th, as well as Navarre Seek Jackson running his game, The Corrupted, on Friday the 20th. And then Jeremy Cobb, one of my other fellow halflings, is going to be running Tales of Wagadu via Daggerheart, and that's going to be on the last Saturday of the month to close out Black History. So we would love to see you guys. Please join us. Please support the rest of Apocrymatic as well. You can find me at the Candace Marie on Blue Sky, at Candace Magnificent everywhere else. And Apocrymatic is going to be live again today at 4:00 p.m. doing the Alembic of Genius, and then again at 8:00 for Southern California Negro Vacationers Club. So please check out those next two games. Remember to share if you can, if you see any of these posts going live, especially with your wealthy friends that have too much money and don't know what to do with it. Send them on over here because we are raising some cash. Thank you again for being here. Thank you to Apocrymatic for having us. And happy Black History Month, y'all. Bye.
Bye.